Top of the top. We up again. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Intro. What's up? We live again, y'all. We back at it again. Like we never left. What's up? Hopefully everybody's good this morning. Hopefully everybody, feeling good, ready to go. Hopefully everybody over that holiday stuff. Back to it. Something I spoke about the other day. A lot of people don't know about Memorial Day. That's the best time to get your furniture. All furniture on sale. All furniture. 70% off, 60% off. So that's, like I said, that's how it works. You're going to have people that go on vacation. You're going to have people that refurnish. Yeah. It's some things that be going on, man. We're going to get into a lot today. We got a lot to talk about. This is the intro for the Fame Live. Shout out to everybody across the map. Everybody across the globe. We live on the internet. Once again, the shenanigans will pick up. Diddytrial will be starting back up, and the circus will begin. But it is what it is, y'all. Because it's all that's about to be over anyway. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about J-Lo kissing woman. J-Lo kissing woman in the mouth. We got to go into the whole saga again, y'all. But I told y'all I'd pick back up. They all catching hell. I just talked about J-Lo the other day, right? Bingo. What I say? Said J-Lo is Cassie. She's trying to do a whole lot. But I know one thing, she's also in trouble because she got beef with somebody. Yeah. So she's being humiliated. We're going to get into it. I'm going to show, I've been showing you Beyonce humiliated. Now you're going to see J-Lo humiliated. It's all together, y'all. That's right. Nobody still know Jay-Z. Yeah, he could be resting in peace. We don't know. Somebody could have buried that man. We don't know that. It's just jokes, man. Just jokes. All right. If you don't know how to laugh, get your ass out of here, please. All right. If you hate your life, do something about it. Other than that, we're about to get into it. I'm about to take off. Look, everything will be timestamped, so don't worry about all of that. I had to get ready. I had to crank the engine up. All right. Top of the top. Who up? Who's with it? Anyway, we about to get into it, man. Today gonna be a long day, something like that. I got a lot to talk about. Fonzworth Bentley. Just talking about him yesterday. Just spoke up Fonzworth Bentley. Just spoke him up. Been talking about him. I'll keep y'all up to date. How that heat don't stop. It don't stop. So much going on. I didn't know that a lawsuit has been put on Fonzworth Bentley and Diddy. It is said they have been doing some horrific acts. Yup. Just to show y'all nobody's escaping. Nobody's escaping. Nobody's escaping Diddy one way or another. I think anybody know anything about him, period. I don't care if it's good or bad. I don't think you're going to get away untainted from this. What they say, we keep saying, who's next? All right, what up, y'all? What's up? Shout out to everybody that's up intro. What's up, EK? What's up, Carmen? Everything be time stamp. And what Miss Mo Better? What up? What up, Blizz? I see you. What up, bro? What's up? Carmen? What's up, Fatima? What's up, Uncle Diggity? What's good? Dramatic. All right, title, trending. We about to get into it. I'm about to get into it. What's up, y'all? All right, later, members. It's going down. All right, so y'all stay tuned about this afternoon. I might got to set up for 1, but yeah, about 1 p.m. But I'm gonna get into this movie to quote what I said about surviving the game. The predator and the prey. You heard predator versus prey? Nope. Yep. You the predator and the prey. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Surviving the game of life. Anyway, yeah, some of y'all been target practice, but we're gonna get into that. Other than that, let's go. Y'all waited enough. Let's go. Diddy and Fonzworth Bentley, wicked behavior. Everybody I've been talking about. Freddie P. I'm about to connect some dots today, y'all. All right. Remember I told you about Freddie P. full of you know what? All I'm going to tell you is this. Fonzworth Bentley is accused of doing dirt. And that's when he was around Freddie P and all of them. That's when he was around all of them. I'm going to also say I think Diddy was using Fonzworth Bentley to do the dirty work. Yes. Now, remember when I said Freddie P was a liar because on making it a band, it was a procedure. Some of the procedures was in the Tony Busby lawsuits about allegedly what Diddy did to certain people or what he made them do. Diddy allegedly tried to make a team go down on a security guard to get on the show. Yes, it's in one of the lawsuits allegedly. So from that point on, episodes back, like I said, everything on this channel is updated because everything been spoken about already before. Look, everybody got ran. Every single person was spoken about before this thing got even started. Went through Diddy's whole life, basically, of this entertainment thing. So around here, we already know he got Freddie P and Chopper. But like I said, they've been walking around front like they ain't doing nothing to them. So when that Tony Busby lawsuit came out about what Diddy was doing during that making of the band process, this is how I was able to see some of the things that he had people doing to be on his show or be in his entourage. But that's also when I learned that they were actually using these shows to recruit. They were having, okay, a lot of y'all know about the casting couch. Well, it's common sense. Everybody that don't make the show, all right then, the casting couch victims. They get sent back home, y'all. The favorite, they get to stay. We spoke about all this stuff. It's very important to kids that don't got parents. You can have both your parents and they won't put you on the show for that alone. But if you come from a single family home and you're poor, that's the kids they want. I think that's Freddie P. They remember this, y'all. A lot of y'all don't get the trafficking part because it was disguised through entertainment. But when you got Freddie P from Florida going 1,500 miles up to New York, and there's no telling what he's doing, get it? All right then. Then what else? We forgot they lie about their ages. What part we forgot about? Well, we know about when they're older, they'll lie say they're younger, but we forgot they be younger and lie say they're older. I'm going to say Fonzworth Bentley was the one doing a lot. I'm going to say, because we're going to go into a lot today. Fonzworth Bentley was when Diddy and them first started grooming. So like I said before, people like me, Ben knew Diddy was suspect. I know a lot of y'all did too. Come on, we knew this when he was with Fonzworth Bentley. He always showed it, never hid it. So I always knew that. It just was never no proof. It didn't anybody care. But when they keep throwing out this Geppetto stuff, that's when I've been put it all together. What I say, he get them when they're young. When they first come in, that's when he gets them. So that's why it be jokes where we're looking at a lot of rappers. This is what I was proving to y'all through Cam and Mason, all of them. I'm just showing you he has a pattern. It's like this, y'all. It is so many grown men that's in their 40s, 30s, but he got them when they were young. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Usher's 40-something, y'all, but he got them young. So I'm saying Justin Bieber, 38, but he got them young. He got a lot of them when they were young. You know what I'm saying? When they come in this game, he gets their innocence. When they green, got them. Then when you on his show, making the band, that's his show. You're going to get down. But from what I'm seeing, I got to bring it all back because remember when I was breaking down, y'all, how what I noticed when he changed his name to P.Diddy, that's when he started being on that you-know-what type of stuff. And he started hanging around the youngsters more. And like I said, hip-hop, I mean, the game was corny then to me. I wasn't watching TV, none of that. Making the band stuff, mixing with all that. I've been done with all of that. I was a strictly mixtape, underground. We spoke about this stuff. But what I'm telling you is Diddy was very active around those youngsters during the Sean Kingston, Justin Bieber era. It goes back to when Chris Brown first came out. That whole era, he was around all of that stuff, y'all. And we wasn't paying Diddy no mind because he wasn't making no music. We didn't care about him. But that's when he was around that. And I'm going to say now also Fonzworth Bentley was a distraction. But I think he was using Fonzworth Bentley to do the turning out back then. I'm looking at it like that. I'm looking at him like he used Fonzworth Bentley. They're a team, but Fonzworth Bentley going to do the touching and the other stuff. That's how I'm looking at Fonzworth. Because remember, Fonzworth Bentley finessed all of us with that nice guy role. But I think he was the wickedest one.
I think when it came down to them juvies, I think, yeah, because it's coming together that Fonzworth Bentley was around when he was around all them juveniles. And I also was able to put something else together. Fonzworth Bentley, New York, was the grooming process when Diddy and they were getting ready for the Atlanta movement. That's why you're going to see Fonzworth came out of nowhere right before it's time to go to Atlanta. So when Laffy Taffy and all that came out, Fonzworth was already right there. See, that's why I say it was a process. Fonzworth Bentley was something like a magician, y'all, working that umbrella. That was his magic stick. Yeah. Meanwhile, he was doing dirt with his magic stick. Yeah. Yeah, they was doing dirt, y'all. See, the thing is, I couldn't get the Fonzworth because I told y'all so much you can't keep up with everything. But when I said nobody's safe, when I kept telling y'all family, it's a hit on black entertainment. It's that simple. Only the ones that didn't do dirt is spared. And the least going to happen is their name's going to be destroyed, period. Let me tell y'all something, man. This how much the game is dead. I didn't even know Chris Brown, he bonded out. That's how much nobody cares, y'all. That's how much nobody's even trending. I didn't even know Chris Brown got out of jail. I don't know how he got out. I don't know if he got out. They say he got out. I don't know, but all I'm saying, I didn't even know that. So I'm telling you, we're going to get into what something else I'm going to prove today. How they've been saying the music fest have not been making no money. A lot of music festivals are being canceled, but I know part of it is because people missing. Yep, kept telling y'all that. Remember when I was saying months ago, yo, people going missing. All these catastrophes happening, earthquakes, Arctic blast. Family, the weather this winter went 45 degrees below zero. I'm going to just leave it at that. That's called frozen hearts. And then they said it's about to be what? Tornado season. It was floods. We seen cities wiped out. No, I also know those calculations of those festivals are numbers missing. Because the people that like to party and the people that like to do certain stuff, I think a lot of them the ones missing. The ones that be on the internet all day. So remember what I said? These numbers dropping after all these catastrophes. I said people going missing. It's proven through the festivals, y'all. Not only that, it's also proven that people are going broke. People are doing bad. They canceling festivals all over. Yeah, all that stuff means something. You can't have no festivals when the numbers decrease. All right, let's go. So I'm just showing you these narratives that are still going on. What up, QBD? Around here, live updates, live documentary. It's sagas, it's episodes. So the people that's in tune from day one, y'all get the whole thing clear, but I always got to speed people up. All right? So I'm giving y'all the full picture that no matter what happens every single day, no matter what anybody says, me or anybody, no matter what you see with your eyes, no matter what you hear, just know 24/7 around the clock, this full campaign called Destroy Black Entertainment Machine is always running. It's running. Mainly, it's at the top, like I said. It's working 24/7. Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, all Diddy #1 culprits working on their ass 24/7. All his A-listers, all the A-listers on their ass 24/7. That's all you got to know. He knew too much. Guess what else they saying? It's starting to pick up. People trying, it's starting to throw, unalive stuff, y'all keep telling y'all the unalive stuff, that's the stuff that go underground. All that unalive stuff, that stuff ain't stopped. So I keep telling you, there's layers of this. They saying it. The Craig. I'm not gonna say nothing, man. I'm just gonna Craig Mack, man. We already know. We heard about AALIYAH when it was said somebody had to go for somebody else to make it. We heard those rumors, those dirty rumors. We heard them all. But I just want y'all to see they're not letting nothing go. Mighty funny, both of them in the picture, they dead together. That's why I said you have more celebrities dead than anything. Bad Boy was a demonic record label. You got the proof. Everybody died on that label, bro. When I said family, when we pass away, the real documentary is going to be written. The real story is going to be told. Half this stuff in Diddy life can't be told to 30 years later, man. Y'all be forgetting that kind of stuff. You didn't know about who killed it. You ain't know who took out Martin Luther King years later. That's how it go. The fact that so many people dead within that label and that man's circle alone, he might have been the wickedest man on the earth. All right? Just off that fact alone, all the people that's dead around him, period. And not just people dead, it's people that got something to do somewhere down his life, his legacy. So guess what? I said it before. They could put Diddy in a cell by himself, like solitary confinement. He'll go crazy off that alone because he'll have to think about all these people. All these people probably be in his cell. All this stuff be in his head. That should have drive him crazy alone, y'all. All these people, man. He probably don't never even think about Bad Boy Records. He think about Bad Boy Records. Look what he gonna think about, y'all. Craig Mack, Biggie, Black Rob. Family, how you got a roster damn, the whole roster dead? I'm talking about even Motown still got people left. You get what I'm saying, y'all? You see Smokey left? Yeah. I'm going to be doing the Cudi High Code too, y'all. Cudi High, that was a movie about teaching us how to fail too. It will pass down. Reason why I said that, I was watching Cudi High the other day and they were playing Smokey Robinson. And I was like, that's what Smokey was. He was a joint back then. You know what I'm saying? But I was just saying, I'm going to get into that. But you're going to see Smokey alive. Smokey, 85 years old. Look how many people dead, y'all. It just so happened, if we even say Whitney Houston, same record label as Diddy. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. A lot of darkness in this. What else? It was said Diddy and Prince had smoke. It was said Prince was talking smoke about Diddy. A lot of people passed away. So Freddie P know what's up. He didn't want to be another bad boy dead artist neither. Get it? So, like I said, Freddie P's out here lying. But it's not my point of today is we're going to look at how Fonzworth Bentley and Diddy was doing dirt because Fonzworth Bentley was around Diddy when Diddy was around those youngsters, Freddie P. I'm going to say it might have been Fonzworth Bentley that fondled his ass. Yup. But the other day I was talking about how Freddie P looks like a broken man. And we were talking, I said, family. Freddie P need help. Freddie P needs help. Chopper need help. They've been violated. Why? Because everything you hearing in the Diddy trial is what happened to the men. I'm going to keep reminding you. The part you're not getting. Same way I see fools running to cover the Diddy trial. But they never talked about no details before the Diddy trial. Diddy trial ain't number the circus. What happened to the detail within the Diddy trial? So if everybody covering the Diddy trial, are you going to just gloss over the Astroglide part? You mean to tell me you went to cover the Diddy trial, but you never said nothing about the 700 dildos before? Or you never gave me the analytics on the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, but you covered the Diddy trial now? Sounds good, bro. Anyway, as you see, this is a broken man. He's broken. Why? You should know what they did to him. But now I assume that it was Fonzworth Bentley and Diddy that did it to Freddie P because Fonzworth Bentley was the one that was around making a band. Yes. And just so happened, Fonzworth Bentley name is in situations with you know what? Youngsters. All right? So, Freddie P is in a world we can't grow up. He can't grow up. He's stuck because he's been dealt with. So that's why I say, next time you talk to these guys Art of Dialogue, please ask them what did Diddy do to them. Ask them, did Diddy ever try him? Did he ever have to fight him off? Because we know they savages, and Freddie P know to this day. That's why Freddie P can't look in your face and tell you he ain't been touched, dealt with, because Freddie P know it's no way out, bro. He knows that. It's no way out for none of them. That's why you're going to see, even though this trial going on, y'all, it's still a big muzzle on it. They all still scared, man. They scared. They scared of death. Everybody's scared of death, but either way, it's set up. No more career after this for none of them. Anybody with any Diddy ties will not have a life after this period, y'all. It's already set up like that. I've been here. They've been talking about them 250 cameras, too. What up, Punches? What up, bro? He never said that he was initiated into the Saline gang. That's right. That's right. They're going to make them take a saline pack. Go in the room, take the saline pack. Yeah, they're going to make them do that. And drink some quick flush. What up, Pillsbury? What's up? Salute everybody that's up. What's up, y'all? All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Freddie Pino, what's up? Ain't no way out. Craig Mack found that out. And AALIYAH. And Biggie. Wasn't it said Biggie was trying to start his own label, right? See what happened with that, right? What else y'all didn't get? See AALIYAH? You know how young she is right there? What if Craig Mack hit that? Guess what I already know? They were already using them for it. I went through it already. Hollywood Brandy, get you a membership. Witches of the industry, get you a membership. AALIYAH and Brandy was the first ones in our face, y'all. That's why I say everything happened already. Everybody calm it down. Calm down. I know you want to get worked up over Diddy trial because you don't have no life, there's nothing else to do. But guess what, y'all? The most horrific stuff has already played out in our face. And guess what else happened? We indulged in it. Only difference is when that AALIYAH stuff happened, I was also a minor, so I didn't indulge in that weird behavior. Meaning I didn't co-sign none of their ass because they was all older than me. So I was never R. Kelly fan. Never. I never liked Craig Mack neither. But one thing I know, you see in that picture, right? AALIYAH was not an adult, y'all. When I told you she was a pass around, yup, that's right there. You see it right there. Right there, y'all. She about 14 years old, man. Might be fucking around, be 13. Her and Brandy, y'all, were raised in that industry. I'm going to show you the picture with AALIYAH with an upside down crucifix around her neck. They were raised in that stuff, y'all. They industry baby, they had no choice. They ain't had no choice. Her, Brandy, they were forced in that. And Ray J, they were put in that. And Control, Quincy Jones, all of that. Get it? The ones that don't have no real parents, the ones that get sold to industry, they parents, that's their parents. Dragged out, called a contract. Sell it, little ass. What it's called, y'all? Custody rights, right? Same shit. The child got to do shows in every state. The child got to perform, got to go on shows. Yeah, y'all, it was already in our face with AALIYAH, man. Maybe that's why AALIYAH had to go, because she would have been the one with what? All the secrets, maybe all the dirt, y'all. Maybe she would have had dirt on so many people at one point in time, and maybe that's why she had to go too. All right? You see it right here. She young as hell right here, y'all. But what you know, too, you also get to see that Diddy and others Diddy always had control over AALIYAH. Now that you get when I said that, I proved it already, went through all of that. How Jay-Z was never with AALIYAH like that. Dame Dash wasn't neither. They were just friends kicking it because AALIYAH was a pass around. They all was kicking it. But they just took pictures with her and ran with it. That's all they did. Proved everything already. And she said out her mouth that Jay-Z was just her friend. I also assume me and others that AALIYAH was still really with R. Kelly because they never really got a divorce like that. And she was just kicking it. That's what we assume. Then you're going to see some reason that label in New York with that guy named, whatever his name is, some reason he had an infatuation with AALIYAH and R. Kelly. But you didn't get that part neither. How some reason they had an infatuation with AALIYAH and R. Kelly. You didn't get that part. But you also didn't get the fact that Diddy always controlled the industry because he controlled AALIYAH. How you think AALIYAH with Craig Mack? How you think you got proof that Diddy put what? Brandy with Mace. Then what did he do? Put Brandy with who? Shine. Because he controlled Brandy and AALIYAH too. Why? He was under Clyde Davis. Whoever Clyde tell you he controlled, that's who he controlled. He controlled AALIYAH too. This is why he's accused of being a Geppetto. Because the Geppetto behavior of Diddy was his activity with artists that were young. But we were stupid. Nope. Sorry. When Diddy was doing that, I was young. Because I told you, Bad Boy, the whole concept is what? Minor. All right, Bad Boy. Look at the cover. Geppetto cover. But you're going to say, oh, that's supposed to be Biggie when he's young. But everybody else knew, no, that meant Geppetto. Why? Because Geppetto was not just touching. It's corrupting. When you understand that part, a young person's mind gets corrupted, they've been what? You see AALIYAH? Her mind got corrupted, y'all. If nobody put a finger on her, she still was a victim of Geppettos. You get it? She didn't ask to be wearing an upside down crucifix. She didn't ask for none of that. You get it? No, y'all. I'm going to say it again. When you're young and somebody teaches you about a firearm, when you're young and somebody teaches you about how to get money, guess what just happened to you? Guess what just happened to you? You just lost your innocence. You just became a victim of somebody touching on you. They were just touching on your brain. Get it? You got perverted. You got poisoned. That's what it's called. Get it? That's the industry. Poison. That's Diddy. So we going somewhere with it. Also, shout out to y'all in the chat. Some of y'all said some stuff yesterday. We're going to get to that. So anyway, Freddie P knows no way out. Because like I said, the purpose is get them when they're young so you will control them. So you see how young AALIYAH was? That's why I say by the time she was older, she was already under full control. All right? Full control. Let's go. All right? One thing, let's go back to Exhibit. What did Exhibit tell us? Diddy tried to get him to hang with him. He hung with him. And Diddy took him into a rainbow club. Even though that probably looked like one right there in. Because celebrities chill in rainbow clubs, period. After Exhibit exposed that over a decade ago about Diddy taking him to a rainbow club, where has Exhibit been since then? Exhibit has went broke. He done had a divorce. His life is finished. And you ain't noticed that happened right after he said that about Diddy. How I know that? Well, I also know he was cool with Diddy. How? MTV, Making of the Band days. Let's go back, y'all. When Making of the Band was on TV, what was Exhibit's famous show at the same exact time? What was it called? All right, simple. Pimp My Ride, right? Boom. So Exhibit was winning. Remember, he had been stopped rapping. He was winning off Pimp My Ride. But him and Diddy was on MTV at the same time. So I can put it together now. That's why they was kicking it. But what happened? After Exhibit told the truth about Diddy, his career was over. And that was about 2009. Y'all, that's why I say I always knew about Diddy. I'm not going to sit and act stupid. I know everything. He been zesty. He said he was a Metro a long time ago. Exhibit said this before the pictures of Nelly and Rick Ross and them kids. Come on, y'all. No, the whole key to this whole Diddy trial is the revelation of what Diddy was doing the whole time. For anybody that didn't believe it, anybody that doubted it, anybody that was asleep, anybody that was too young, anybody that was too old, anybody that listened to rap. This is for all of y'all to get what was going on in the rap game. And y'all don't get it. It is Diddy. He is the GOAT of the industry because he screwed the whole industry. And he abused the men. Because remember, men don't want to get down whenever you want them to get down like women. So sometimes it be some abuse. Plus, it had to be blackmailing. That was the real abuse. All right? That's right. Pimp My Ride. Yeah, man, because they think we just, that's back then when they was using us, fam. They was using us to keep all them car places rich. Blowing all that money, all them pieces and rims and all this, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look how much money went in all that stuff, y'all. Yeah, man. That infatuation with people loving cars, they go back to the 70s, man, and all that. 70s, 60s, man. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get into that another day. What's good, y'all? Who up this morning? I'm looking for the smart. There's some smart things said yesterday. It's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. Somebody said something. It's going to come back to what they said. All right? I'm sorry for being a little biased, but too many people died around this man. See that, y'all? Everybody know that. So, Freddie P, you know you ain't want to die, bro. That's why I already told the world, whoever start talking after Diddy in jail, they're liars, and he got their ass. You wanted them, Freddie P. All right? No, I know that, Freddie P, because we've been seeing you for years. Life after Diddy, and for some reason, you can't get right, bro. See? You let me know, Freddie P, that you was not smart enough to be a man that was around Diddy, a billionaire, bad boy. You went back to Florida, but you couldn't profit off your success, bro. So I always knew, common sense, if a man can't sustain himself after he's around another man of success, that means 9 times out of 10, you was his bitch. You was a nobody, meaning he had his way with you and sent you back home. That's right. You see, Mace, when he stopped messing with Diddy, he was straight, right? But then do your homework and you'll see The only one that ever left Diddy was okay is Mace. Mace might be the only one that ever left and was able to sustain. Maybe probably the only one. All right, you'll see that clear as day. Freddie P, you don't even got a rapper chain, bro. Bro, you don't even got a rapper chain, bro. Nothing. So you know what I know? I want to say Fonzworth Bentley was the one getting you to get. You know I looked at the whole thing now, y'all, and this time I'm looking at it now like Diddy was using Fonzworth to tickle your pink back then. I'm looking at him like he used Fonzworth Bentley to tickle all the minors. Get it? Tickle the minors. That's what Fonzworth Bentley job was. I'm going to assume that. Nothing I say on this channel is a fact. All the lead, y'all. All right? My channel is the dark side of this thing. All right? That's right. The news will be on. Your favorite content creators be on. Check them out. But then come back to this dark stuff. I'm going to talk about what they can't talk about. That's my thing. All right? But it's all speculation, unsolved mysteries. All right? That's it. Thank you, Judah. But I'm going to assume at this time while we sleep, Fonzworth Bentley is the one used to do the tickling and pouring the baby off at this time. I also know that Diddy was smart enough not to get himself in no trouble. I'm also got to go. Let's go back because if he was with Fonzworth Bentley about 5 years after he was in trouble. When I put it together and I was explaining to y'all that if you notice, after he got in trouble with that J-Lo Shine, that last straw, because remember, idiot, after Tupac Biggie, he got in trouble with the Shine, J-Lo. But then you'll see he switched it up. This is why I went to explain to the world that people didn't understand that Diddy still ran things. Let's bring it back. You know Diddy ran the game on the East Coast during the East Coast, West Coast beef. Y'all know that. He ran the shit. Nobody was bigger than him. Y'all know that part, right? Okay. That's 96. 97. He starts the album, No Way Out. 97. 97. Use your brain, y'all. 97. The album, All About the Benjamins. He's still on the top. Nobody ever topped Diddy on the East Coast. Never. 97, All About the Benjamins. He got Jay-Z with him. What's the proof? Anybody know hip-hop? Sauce Money, Jay-Z homeboy, wrote Diddy lyrics, All About the Benjamins. That's the proof that Jay-Z was with him since what? 97, but I proved it already. He been controlling Jay-Z. He been controlling him, y'all. Then this what happened. Now I want you to see how Diddy's very crafty. 97, All About the Benjamins. He's still on top. He's the man. But he got in trouble with Shine. So he stepped down, y'all. After that, all that shit, he stepped down. Went in the dumb. He went in disappearing mode. Then he started coming back with the making of the band. See, he switched it up, y'all. That's why I kept telling y'all that was where he switched everybody. That pivotal move that he did after that Shine, when he went straight into TV and just got on some low key. I'm a nobody. I'm just putting groups together. That shit took him out a lot of shit for about 5 years, y'all. That's what happened. That was to get people like me and others off of Diddy. Get us saying, because we know Diddy for gangster rap, gangster shit, whatever. He got a, like what I said. I wasn't paying attention to none of that TV stuff. I wasn't with that making the band stuff. That was the purpose. Y'all was with Bad Boy back in the day. Y'all was fucking with me because of that, Biggie Pop. Just I'm gonna get all y'all off me. Switch it up. What he was doing at this time, hanging with Bow Wow and them. Think about every child star at this time, y'all. Bow Wow, B2K, Chris Brown, Sean Kingston, Justin Bieber. He's around them. Usher still. He switched it up. He went basically straight R&B. What? Danny Kane making a band. But look at all that now. That shit was a front. He was just laying low. But the key thing I want you to remember, he still ran everybody's ass that whole time. That's my point, how he switched it up. Now I'm going to give proof. Then this is what happened. While he's doing that, at this same exact time, Jay-Z's blowing up. Now, Jay-Z, you going to be the face of this shit. That's what happened. That's what happened. While he was laying low, he let Jay-Z take the face. That's the part y'all didn't get. And then you're going to see, family, anybody from New York, anybody around the world, anybody in hip-hop, period. You test me on this. You're going to see the same exact time when Diddy was in court, facing that time, scared to death, whatever, that J-Lo Shine, you're going to see that same year, 1999, right for that gap. That's when Jay-Z blew up. Wow. He became a face. And that's when everybody got behind Jay-Z. And that's when he became the man. But Diddy, he stepped down. Look at it like Diddy he went and hit in the corner. You see what I'm saying? Or look at it like it was a concert He let Jay-Z get on the stage, and then Diddy just ran, and he just went in the back and just played the crowd like he at the top of the Apollo, like he had nobody. That's what he did. And that's what tricked the whole world to make the world think what? He didn't have no power no more. But he was still moving with power behind the scenes and behind our back. Something else he did very important. I'm getting all that shit today because I said it. What else he threw us off with at this time, y'all? It was the Sean John clothes. So when I went into this Diddy homework, like I said, I'm going to brag today. I'm going to say ain't nobody on this YouTube thing went more into this shit than me. Because when I went into his fashion world, that was where he did the most dirt, y'all. And I'm telling you, some of his charges come from that Sean John shit. Because the secret is that y'all don't get, the people that don't get it is the models he used for all the abuse was the models he had access. Also, what? Modeling Sean John. It's to the point where you can go through the Sean John ads from back in the day. You might see some of the models right there that was doing the work. Did it already on this channel, y'all. So we learned that it was a man that fronted Diddy $100 million for Sean John. So what that meant, he had to sell that merch. So when all these clothing lines start coming out, LRG, you know what I'm saying, all Cudi, everybody wearing everything else, his money started shrinking, and that's when he started doing a lot of dirt. Yes. And guess what around that time was? It's all around that time, making it a band, Fonzworth Bentley around. He was doing a lot of dirt, y'all, behind the scenes with that fashion stuff. That's when that guy had a story about Diddy making him get in the van. It'd say he pistol whipped somebody in Macy's on 34th. All that stuff right there, the most notorious stuff I heard him doing personally was with the clothes stuff. That's what I heard him doing. You get what I'm saying? So when they say he abused men, it was that other man from Atlanta that said Diddy and his goons chased his ass around Manhattan. He had to get on the curb. Yeah, but all the stories was from a lot of that fashion shit. So let's go. Reason why I say that, that's when Fonzworth Bentley was with him. Get it? Fonzworth Bentley was with him. So what we spoke about, but I just said it this week. I said, family, a lot of people could claim, I was just saying, this man got many chapters of his life. So I just started catching how it was people that knew him from Puff days. And know damn well after Biggie died and Pop, he shook that whole team off basically. So I was just there's no disrespect, but I just had noticed that people who was basic, put it like this: the family that the people that gave us the knowledge on Puff from his beginning life, they did their part. But what I was saying was that's not just one part of him. He got levels that none of us know, and I know that because this was one of them. Meaning, okay, you was around Diddy in the what? Biggie Tupac day, Bad Boy day, but was you around him when he was in the Fonzworth Bentley era? Nope. See what I'm saying? So you'll see, now that we got the whole picture, we see he would always what? Switch it up. He'll switch his skin up. He's a serpent, right? Switch his skin up. Switch his layers up. He know how to shed skin, y'all. I told you, he know about this shit. He know about all that. He know how to shed his skin. I mean, that's what he was doing. I was with them guys. That's that era. I ain't in the Bad Boy. I'm not in that era no more. I'm not in the Biggie Tupac era no more. Shed their skin. You feel me? Now, he was on the Making the Band shit. When he was doing all this shit he did with Atlanta, he shed that skin and turned into a Ciroc boy. You know what I'm saying? Shake that crowd off. What'd he do? Drop, Making the Band, dead, drop their ass like nothing, right? Shed their skin, drop their ass, blah, blah, they disappeared. Ciroc boy, they had another movement. What happened? He shed that, got rid of all their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does, bro. And that's what he does. What else you know about Diddy? He's going to use you for dirty work. What we going to talk about today, y'all? His defense in court is Kid Cudi ain't got no proof. That's what the lawyer's screaming out. They saying, Your Honor, drop those charges. No proof. That's what they saying, y'all. So that's what people not looking at. Just to show y'all the narratives keep going. When I said everybody's on it, everybody's slaying it. See, a lot of the people going down there playing, trying to cover a trial. But guess what, y'all? On the internet, people giving some good-ass breakdowns. People are giving some real shit, and they connecting a lot of dots. Yes, people doing work. Just showing y'all, when I said, this is around the world, family, when I said this is towards everybody under this black entertainment, fam, I was just trying to keep y'all on point what's going on. When I say I'm not here to destroy nobody, I'm just here to tell you what it is. Surviving Diddy, the Boule bad boy. Now, for my people, they have a certain level of information and wisdom. Whether you call yourself with the boule or not, it's not the point. I just wanted to show y'all how it's a hit on everybody. Now you see how they putting Diddy with the boule? All right then, I told you what's going on. See how they got TD Jakes? When I said all the prominent great ones, whoever they supposed to be, whatever, the organization, it don't matter. Everybody's getting the smoke. It's a hit. It's a collapse. They knocking the building down, y'all. What I kept saying, fam, I kept trying to tell y'all this, man. Did y'all really think these people, huh? I'm just going to leave it at that, y'all. What am I showing you? That it ain't stopped. And it ain't going to stop. See Jay-Z? It ain't stopped, y'all. Just letting y'all know. Guess who else they on? Jamie Foxx. He's not spared. I told you, nobody spared that been around that man throughout the decades. And if I say it's so many layers and levels, you can't cover everything. But I'm showing you that it might be somebody working on the whole scenario of Diddy, Steve Harvey, and Lori Harvey. That scenario Diddy. So I'm saying people covering so many dimensions of this shit that nobody's getting away. They're not letting off nobody's neck. Because everybody got their specific field in which they see. I'm dealing with the Diddy shit from the hip-hop perspective. That's my perspective. But you got other people, they might be dealing with the Diddy Kim Porter perspective. I don't know about the Kim Porter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving y'all the idea of how it's many different levels of this man and dimensions where no part of him is being unscathed. So nobody's getting away. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's hot on everybody. Yeah. So what I'm also letting you see after Diddy is going to be who's next and who's next. What about him? What about TDJ? What about, you know what I'm saying? That's how it's going to be. All right? Because it's all about the men. How you know that? It's right in your face. It's about the men. All right? That's right. Fonzworth Bentley, henchman. Henchman. We already know about Nick Cannon already. Spoke about Nick Cannon already. Diddy been put him under control. All you got to do is think about before Nick Cannon blew up, wilding out, all of that. Yes, yes, yes. Diddy had that man on mandates, all that. Guess what else I'm starting to think, y'all? I think Diddy and them put Nick Cannon on Mariah Carey. How we know that? Because Jermaine Dupri had control of Mariah's career. And you're going to see something else y'all ain't noticed. Y'all did notice it. Y'all noticed Mariah been trying to get away for a minute, too. She been trying to get away. All right? To get away from Ty Mottola, she had to go that way, but she been trying to get away from the industry, period. How we know that? Because we know Mariah Carey don't even want to make music no more. She been trying to get away, y'all. See that? They put Nick Cannon on her, too. Because Diddy controlled his ass, too, y'all. Ben proved how Diddy was taking Nick Cannon on mandates, all of that, man. Trust me, y'all. Ran the whole shit. VH1, MTV. VH1, what's that? Wildin' Out, right? What Wildin' Out? Y'all correct me. It might have been MTV. I don't know. What did Wildin' Out start on? VH1, MTV. Either way, they're the same thing, but I just want to clarify it. Was it MTV too? And if you get that, then you see where Nick Cannon and Diddy connection come from. Yeah. So Nick Cannon's another one, like we said, you're going to see. Out of all the actors, out of all the people that have been around, it don't matter the age, decade, somehow Nick Cannon always around and always got a job, right? Also, Nick Cannon is going to be the one to replace Steve Harvey if he make it through. MTV, right? All right. Yeah, so that's a connection right there. See? Diddy, Nick Cannon. Because it was this child transition, y'all, where you'll see the Nickelodeon kids, the young stars, they crossed over to MTV. But when they crossed over to MTV, Mr. P.Diddy was right there. Come here, Nick. Get it? Now you got to look at what? Fonzworth right there. Fonzworth Bentley. The Fondler. That we're going to call him Fondleworth Bentley. That's his name, y'all. He's the Fondler. I see it very clear. Let's look at it. I'm going to look at it like this. Back then, Diddy was not going to be stupid, risk his career, risk himself lawsuits. I'm going to look at it like he had Fonzworth doing dirt. That's what they've been saying. I was hearing the rumors before I even knew it, before the lawsuit. I've been hearing the rumors. Now, I'm saying Diddy was abusing Fonzworth, his personal assistant. But guess what I'm really telling you? He was abusing him, making him do stuff. You're going to be, you my overseer. You're going to do the whipping. You're going to do that's Fonzworth. And he was trying to groom y'all. Fonzworth Bentley was the one that's going to teach you how to be a gentleman. Get it? He's going to teach you how to be a gentleman. That was his job, y'all. Get it? You're going to be very gentle. Freddie P. All right? Now let's assume what happened to Freddie P. Let's look at Freddie P now. You see life after Diddy, life after drugs, life after being played with. What I say, when you're young, you in favor. But when you're older, they want nothing to do with you. Huh? Now let's look at it now. Don't Freddie P look very young right here? I'm going to be honest. I ain't the smartest man, but it looked to me like Freddie P under 18. 18 tops. 18 tops, but I'm going to say he look younger than 18, bro. Sorry about that. I also know they'll be around before they even be seen. I'm not stupid. This is where the Geppetto stuff comes from, y'all. When I tell you it happened already. All the Geppetto stuff they're accused of, early 2000s. I went into all of that already with your life is scripted with Moesha. Moesha was part of it. All of that Moesha, AALIYAH era, that was the Geppetto era. It was basically, I'm going to say it was from like 93 to like, 2003. It was like a 10-year period. Straight up. Because I know, even after 2001, 2002, that R. Kelly tape dropped out. It dropped with that P thing. Yeah, so that stuff was still going on. Like I said, we didn't know back then, y'all. They tricked us back then with that R. Kelly DVD. That was child porn, family. People were selling it, buying it. I'm going to say it again. If you was to get caught with that R. Kelly tape in your house right now, you're going to jail, period. But see, when I tell y'all they was grooming us, enforcing all that shit on us, it was all normal, it was normal. They got people to watch a tape of R. Kelly abusing a minor back then, y'all. The spirit of R. Kelly went into a lot of men back then, y'all. That was a trick, man. They put the spirit of all of them in people, man. That tape was child porn, y'all. If you had that R. Kelly video right now, what he did, if you had that download on your hard drive, you finished. That's a fact. If I had that R. Kelly video that he did to that mic, and I say I start sharing that with y'all, passing that shit to y'all, everybody got that shit in their DM, man, we'll get in trouble for that shit now. Yeah, that was child porn, y'all. Yep. No. So I'm just letting y'all know, give you the clue, it happened already, y'all. That's what was going down. No systems, no tracking. You could be a rich couple back then, go to social service, get whatever you go, get you a kid like nothing. Come on now. So what I'm telling you is this. Now let's look at it. We just won't slow it up. So when I said the time he was with Fonzworth Bentley, that's the time he was around making of the band. But what Fonzworth and Freddie P don't know that I know and we know already is that from the Tony Busby lawsuit, it gave us the inside information on what they had to do to get on making of the band. They had to go in that room, they had a hotel room, they had to get down for that crown. Allegedly, Diddy made a 17-year-old go down on a security guard. Not Genedeal, somebody else. And the 17-year-old didn't do it. And he sent his ass back home. That was how we got to proving what we got to do to get on making of the band, y'all. So that's not been new. Freddie P, they lying. How we know they liars? They didn't go to court with Danny Kane and the rest of them. They didn't go to court. They didn't say nothing. Because he got the men. They don't got a leg to stand on. Why? Diddy got the hill with their footprint in it. Any rapper with footprints in the hill, they don't got a leg to stand on, y'all. It's very simple. All right? So let's look at this again. You didn't ask the question, how did young ass Freddie P get to New York from Florida? Did he drive himself? Did he hop on a plane? How did he get there? How did he stay there? I never knew this boy that had no talent. He's trash. He never been nothing to me. But I know what they did to him. And I know what Fonzworth did. And I know what they did to him. All right? The question is, did he like it or not? I want to say Freddie P, like he look like he about 16 right here, bro. Plus, I know back then it was a such thing called what? Fake ID. I'm going to say he look about 16. I might reach to say 15. Oldest I'm going to give him, 18. Let's go. All right? No. Fonzworth was grooming them, y'all. He was grooming them. His job was to make it nice. That's what I'm going to say, y'all. It was in our face. Shout out to everybody that's up. So, look. Everybody kept saying, where Fonzworth at? He hiding out. Why? He was with the program, man. Let's go. What I forgot to talk about, I keep forgetting to talk about the rope. Who was the rope for, y'all? How many of y'all watched Blink twice? Since we spoke about it yesterday. How many of y'all watched it? You see when it was hog-tied up? Ain't no man gonna do nothing when you hog-tied, bro. You ain't gonna do nothing. No, Freddie P. We know Diddy made you dress up, bro. See that rope? We know what happened to y'all. Freddie P, you are on video right now. We speak. Close-up footage, hard tied with rope and burgundy heels on, bro. That's right. Diddy's legal team as judge to Nick's Kid Cudi car bomb story say no proof. Diddy's lawyers urge the court to dismiss Kid Cudi's unproven claims about a Porsche firebombing. Who's next? What they saying? No proof. So what I've been saying, in my opinion, I kept saying it. As far as what I'm hearing in this Diddy trial, I'm not really hearing too much. Because for one, this stuff is all old. It's over a decade old. It's old. And on top of that, like I said, everybody know what's up. Everybody know the real stuff is not being spoken about, or it was already spoken about. What else I said? Well, a lot of people, they don't know the law, even though they go cover the trial, even though they're going to talk content creators, they don't know nothing because they don't know the law. What's the law? Well, it's a lot of stuff. It's layers of this. You got lawsuits for money, but you got a lot of criminal charges. If I was to ask a lot of people that's covering this case, what are the criminal charges? I bet you a lot of them couldn't tell me. They couldn't tell me. No, you're also watching something that is very pitiful. You know what you're watching? You are now going to watch the last money grab of this entertainment thing. That's what you're going to watch. Pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. All right? Let's go. Diddy asked judge to cut the case. Now, on this channel, I kept telling you I don't choose a side. I let it play out because it's going to swing this way. It's going to swing that way. What else? I don't need to try to tell me nothing because I already know a lot already. Why? Homework, public information. So I know a lot about this. So what we know about this, a lot of stuff is not going to come out in court. What else we know? It was never no proof on Kid Cudi. Never no proof. Damn near everything against this man, no proof. What else? You kept hearing about him sitting down. You heard about the story of Diddy play with himself, but you're not getting the fact that he doesn't incriminate himself. Like I keep telling you, his ass ain't on camera doing nothing because you don't get the point that he keep telling you that what? He get other people to do it. That's what The Punisher was about. The story of Diddy and Cassie and The Punisher was to let you know he has people he pays $6,000 to do anything dirty he want to do. And when I already got information released, every story he had somebody with him making him do the dirt. It was said he had men make a man get in a van. And they screwed him and threw his ass in a van. Somebody else did it. Every time I heard of sexual abuse, it was somebody else he had do it. Or it was disguised as he was a pervert jacking off. Because that means he wasn't what? Participating in the crime. But I also know he probably tricked a lot of other men like that. He got men dressing up, getting plowed, and he's telling them he's going to jack off and do this, that, and the third, but he's getting off the camera. Why? Bro, you're getting incriminated. So even though Kid Cudi had a nice story, it could be true, but guess what? There's no proof. But what I said already, family, it's just going to be a show anyway because all this shit is old and what? Man, he did way more dirt after this happened. So like I said, what's up, Annette? Shout out to everybody. What's up? What's up, family? That's why I was saying, y'all, the smart people know. You just let it play out. Meaning, you don't pick a side, dummy. It ain't no sides. Only thing is Diddy gonna get fried or not. That's it. And who we gonna take down with him? That's it. All right? So, as of now, they're asking the judge to drop it like it's hot. Let's go. Diddy's legal team is gunning to blow up a major moment from Kid Cudi's testimony. See how TMZ troll? I'm always going to show you how TMZ trolls and they make jokes within their stories. Diddy's legal team is gunning to blow up a major moment, even though Kid Cudi's car got blowed up. See how they joking? Diddy trying to blow up his case and get that shit out of here. Make it irrelevant. Told you, man. Media is something else, man. Very, very, very vicious. They're trolling Kid Cudi. All right, let's go. So as you see, his legal team is gunning to blow up a major moment from Kid Cudi's testimony, asking the judge to strike everything about the disgraced rapper's Porsche firebombing, claiming it's all based on suspicion, not proof. Just to throw this at you once again, what I told people already. Like I said, in the new world we in now, everything must be proven. Ain't no more fake ass slander, ain't no more making up stuff, ain't no more just saying anything out your mouth. Everything got to be proven. Sounds good. That's why I said internet days over with internet sensational shit that's fake. Sounds good. No, now you got to have proof. Or you're going to look like an idiot and a dummy. How many times I told you that? That's why I tell, don't argue with me. You just, anything you disagree with me, just do your research. Then come back, holler at me. That's all you got to do. Because we in the world now where it's all about that proof. Yes, opinions is opinions, but proof is proof. So we can talk all day, like I said, no proof. In my title box every day, I say, nothing I say is an actual fact. I don't speak. If you're not there, there's no such thing as an actual fact. All right? Now, you can speak on some things based on facts, but if you wasn't there, it's still not an actual fact. All right? It's just speculation, and that's the problem, right? People be talking about, look, y'all, people don't know about law, but they so thirsty for money, they want to talk about the Diddy trial. Don't know shit about law. Fool, you don't know nothing about. Fool, you don't even know. If I ask you what jaywalking is, you don't even know what that is. That's how stupid you are. You so stupid. If I ask you who got the right of way at a stop sign, you don't even know that. Huh? Everybody's a lawyer now. No, it's called niggas need content. That's all it is, y'all. So that's why I say I'm not really interested in the Diddy trial until it gets real. There's nothing but shenanigans. One thing I know for a fact, if this Diddy trial was not going on, what would people be talking about? If you can figure that out, when Diddy trial over with, what they're going to be talking about? Very simple, right? Let's go. This is what the world's saying, right? TMZ has obtained the legal docs filed in Diddy's criminal case where his lawyers argue Cudi's claims about Diddy's alleged involvement in his 2012 car explosion are nothing but opinion and shouldn't be allowed in court. In short, they're saying Cudi thinks Diddy did it, but there's no hard evidence, no confession, no receipts. It's just a bunch of talk. Bingo. But people saying, man, Diddy did it. That's why I told you, name a diddler, man. Did he do it? Didn't he? I don't know. It's with one thing I got about this guy, he's always going to leave you with question marks. That's why I said I've been got to do my head very clear. I done studied this man's psyche. I ain't just talk about this shit damn near 2 years for nothing. No, this man, he's very psychological. Huh? Very simple. Somehow around that man, something gonna happen to you some kind of way, right? That man got more death around him than a man that went to Vietnam. He got more death around him than everybody that was in the Memorial Day parade yesterday. Straight up. He lost more friends than any man that ever served his country in the military. That's him. That's Diddy, man. That's the truth. That's the truth. He got more dead people than people that been in the military, y'all. He got more dead people than a gangbanger. That's a fact. That's a fact. He got more dead homies than an OG Crip from LA. That's 52. He do. So what part of the game is that? So that's why I say, when I know the darkness of this man, I know that shit in court they talking about ain't nothing. It's nothing but a circus show. Get it? The court case is for the mass public. So that's why black entertainment look like idiots when they trying to cover the trial. I'm covering the Diddy trial, you know. I'm down here at the Diddy trial. Fool, you're not in there. You don't know shit that's going on. Then again, you should know what's going on because it was already revealed. So like I said, anybody that has not been covering the dildos and the baby on the Astroglide, they do not have the right to speak on the Diddy trial. If you have not been covering the whole detail from day one, you do not have the right to go to the Diddy trial because you're spreading small information, meaning you're not giving the whole detail because you wasn't covering this. Government evidence exhibits, but you just want to go to the court case and stand outside. No, the details are online, dummy, not in the court. The court ain't talking about shit. The details have been in our face, content creators. I need y'all to break this shit down to me. What was the Astroglide and the baby all for? And why is it being exhibited in court? I need you geniuses to break this. So when you standing outside the Diddy trial, please give me a breakdown on this part right here. All right, that's it. I want a live breakdown of the baby all live outside the courthouse. All right, because other than that, this is what they saying about all y'all. Surviving Diddy, the boule bad boy. They saying that, what they saying? What they really saying? The truth, what they saying? Everybody under Diddy, everybody under oath, under them organizations, that's what they down with. I told you that's what they gonna come at everybody with, man. Told y'all already, man. That's it, y'all. The main thing I said, they told these people it was secret, but they had no clue they was going to reveal the secret on the ass. Why? Because it's like everything else. You heard about the Vietnam War, right? Then they say when they came back, they treated them like shit. You heard about every time they said they did this, they did that, and somehow they treated them like dirt. You hear it every time. You seen every movie. You heard every time. You know how it's going to end, but you just don't think it's going to happen to you. And that's all it is. We only needed y'all for 100 years. I keep telling you. The program y'all are in, we put y'all in that after slavery. That is it. That is it. You guys were favorited for a particular reason. It was taught to your grandpappies and it was taught to y'all bloodline and they passed it down. But y'all still won't get that. It was just for a particular time. After slavery, we needed ways to control y'all. It's called Go in That House. It's called Go in That House. I'm going to drop this on y'all real quick. You're going to learn. That's why everything you do, you're going to see is always about some type of house. Because that's their way of what? Putting you in the house. On that plantation, where they put them at, that house, that barn, you're going to always be in that house. That's the whole science of the dark and light. They're the ones outside. You're going to be in that house. You're going to be in that house. You're going to take all the dirt. That's y'all. So when I kept saying the last day they try to have everybody in the house, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I know what house mean to them is different from what it mean to them. I know what it mean. See, their house mean open windows, sunlight coming in. Your house mean darkness. Why you think some of y'all are not permitted to go certain places? Because they always want to keep you in darkness because it was going to be a time when you wasn't going to know shit. Lights out. You're watching Lights Out right now, y'all. All right? So don't be a hypocrite to yourself and keep believing some shit that is being exposed in your face, meaning you're being destroyed by the people that told you you was good. That's all you got to get to your head. The people that gaslit you, whatever they told you. Because back in the day, they told WEB and the board, they were so smart, and they the better ones, and they got to do this, do that. Yeah, they told them that in social service. Yeah, y'all the ones going to look out for the black community. Y'all the ones going to guide them. Y'all going to be the leaders. But y'all didn't do the leading. Y'all didn't do shit. Everything's still fucked up. So now they said, goodbye, all of y'all. Goodbye. We only needed y'all for 1 year process. We only needed y'all to sit in social service. You're going to deal with them. We only needed y'all to do certain shit. You're going to do the policing. You're going to go to the ghetto. We don't got that no more. We got camera. We only needed y'all for a 100 year process. It was called the rebuilding of America after slavery. We needed y'all for 100 years. I told you 100 years came up already. The Roaring 20s, it marks the 100 year process of what? Consciousness, entertainment. When blacks first got into entertainment and consciousness, it was in the early 1900s, 100 years ago. But after those 100 years, nothing has been produced with proof of positivity. So I'm going to keep showing you the people that gave you the tools, they're the ones burning down your house. All of the houses. I'm just the one to tell you. I ain't against you. I'm the one telling you what it is. That's what they doing. I've been telling you that. They knocked off that goddamn capstone. Bow. You heard about Napoleon blowing up the Sphinx? You ain't get it. Told you I ain't got to be an organization, guys. I do this for a living. You heard about Napoleon blowing up the Sphinx? Well, now they blowing up the face of the boule. Told you already. When I said this, the Romans against the Greeks, they didn't believe me. No. Your knowledge comes from a certain time, y'all, but what y'all not getting, knowledge has transpired. The new knowledge is not in a book, meaning anybody operating on something from 100 years ago, life has changed, which means what? 100 years of new knowledge has been produced. 24/7, new information being produced. But I keep telling you, a lot of y'all are locked in an old pyramid, bro. New pyramids been built. You don't get it. So that's why they blowing this shit up, bro. They blowing it up. What's that? Anybody that believe in Egypt, all that shit, they blowing your whole shit up, bro. The world knows this shit based on what? Egypt, Greek, that's it. They destroying it in your face, bro. I know what this about. Simple. When I kept saying it, after the new millennium came in, that meant no more fucking secrets because the new secrets are being stored up right now. It's new shit, y'all. New world, new world, new world. These fools fuck around and crack the code on a lot of shit. Those are the new secrets. When you hear about a golden dome, those are the new secrets. You don't know about that. You don't know shit. Yeah, you was told about this, that, and the third, but if I ask you, break down that gold circle, break down that gold dome, you don't know that, fool. So I'm showing you, shit has changed. And they under an old regime that is being destroyed, an old empire. That's right, it's called BT. It's called the Boulets, right in your face. They were the gatekeepers. So you destroy the house, you destroy the gate. I know what they doing. How I know that? They cut their money off. They cut this shit off. The house done, electricity finished. That's right. The light they gave them, that shit was limited, man. Power cut off. Simple. Now I'm going to say what the world's saying. Let's go. This ain't about me. Smart move. Talking about Diddy. Smart. Now this TMZ comments. Smart move on defense side. No proof and all hearsay. I'm surprised he was allowed to discuss on the stand. There's no evidence he touched the car. That's why they didn't charge him with that. What somebody else say? We all know Diddy did it. What they say at the bottom? Still no proof. Told you, man, people know this shit. So when I be saying this thing be swinging and turning, I'm going to say it again. I think the real stuff they got on him, it ain't going to be said. It ain't going to be said, or it ain't going to come out to the last minute. The real stuff. So all I'm looking for is, are they laying this out like in layers? Like, okay, this the Cassie segment. And then I'm waiting to see what's the next segment. Because my whole thing is this. I know he did a lot of dirt, so I'm just waiting to see how much dirt is going to be in the court. Like, where's this thing going at? That's all I'm looking at. All right, so let's go. Meanwhile, Freddie P is a victim, man. All right, all the dialogue, you need to get some help for that man, right? Next time Freddie P come, man, drop his ass off at one of them places, man. He need help. He need to stay his ass from out of there. He needs help, y'all. Hey, Freddie P, social media is not therapy, bro. You can't keep pimping yourself for checks, bro. You're going to ruin yourself, bro. You already ruined now. But we know they did to you, bro. They took your soul, bro. Freddie P, bro, I have not seen you with a smile in 20 years, bro. Told you they take your innocence, bro. Now tell me that game, you ain't going to be able to smile like that. Huh? When I showed you the other day with Fabulous and Jada, don't you see the same look, y'all? I know, yo, bro, I'm a man, bro. I know men, man. I know a man's spirit, man. I know when a man is feeling strong about himself, feeling good, and I know when a man depressed. Because a man ain't supposed to walk around looking depressed. That's how I'm going to know. See what I'm saying? Yo, what's wrong, bro? You all right? No, you're going to see the same fucking pattern. That means he been abused. He been abused. Don't he look like Jada? How Jada would look? That think about when Diddy came in that room, how Jada had that look on him. He looked burnt out, right? I'm telling you, man. He violated them. He took their soul, y'all. I'm telling you. That's why Freddie P got to get the little money he can get. He ain't going to have nothing. That boy going to be homeless on the street, bro. That man can't. Trust me, man. Let's go. So what they saying now? Basically, what you just hearing is, I guess everything we heard in court don't hold no weight, I guess. I guess everything we heard from Cassie, Kid Cudi, don't hold no weight, y'all. I guess that's what they saying. So like I said the other day, it's something about this guy, man. Something about this guy. What up, AI, what up? Meaning it's like you don't know what's going to happen, man. So as you see, that's the car, allegedly. I'm looking at that like, anyway, let's go. Megan Thee Stallion, lawyer, blast Tory Lane new evidence. I ain't been able to keep it with this like that neither. But I'm hearing that Tory Lane's lawyers and them reaching, and they trying to come with some new stuff. I think his new defense trying to say he ain't the one that pulled the trigger. Now, I heard a lot about this stuff, man. Some people say they think he did that because she had something between her legs. But I think a while ago, I did see between her legs. I think she did have a slit. But it's not about that. In my opinion, she was sent to set that man up. Because like I said, that man was turning down a particular record label. And then guess how I got, when I tell you how they was telling themselves, y'all, let me show you how they telling themselves. Check this out. SZA defends Megan Thee Stallion from Tory Lanez claims. What did I say yesterday? Didn't I tell you these bastards been doing this shit their whole fucking career? I'm going to keep saying it. You're going to notice for the last decade, they always jump people or take off for each other. Take up for each other. Take up for each other. Take up. So-and-so comes to so-and-so defense. So-and-so echoes what so-and-so said. So-and-so says the same thing. You ain't noticed this yet. Now let me prove it. SZA defends Megan Thee Stallion from Tory Lanez claims. Wow. What you got to do with it, SZA? What the fuck you got to do with it? Hip-hop, rap, R&B. Y'all know this shit, black entertainment. When did celebrities take over other celebrities? Remember they had their own brand, their own competition? When the fuck they ever did that? When Diddy and J-Lo was in trouble, did any celebrity come up and say anything in their favor, anything? They just stayed away from that. Shut up, right? But when you understand Rock Nation, SZA, Super Bowl, control, Kendrick, SZA, control, Megan, control, Rock Nation. She got to take up for her sister. She got to say something. SZA defends Megan Thee Stallion. So SZA, if somebody put a gun in Megan's head, you going to get shot too? No, you're not. But you know your job. This is what I've been telling you, how Jay-Z controls the media. This is what I've always been telling y'all. When I tell y'all it was so many ways, and when I saw them doing this to Kanye, when I saw them do this to so many people so long, this is why I want all of them in the fucking ground. I'm sick of them, y'all. They don't have no music. They don't got nothing. Nothing. I'm going to keep wishing dark death on their ass. That's right. Get their ass out of here. Destroy their career. Finish their ass. Why? They won't stop. So as you see right here, this is a manufactured thing that been going on. SZA defends Megan Thee Stallion. Why? Megan getting smoked, y'all. She getting so much smoke. Because a lot of people feel like she's a liar. And guess what she doing? Well, y'all know she been trying to get people dealt with, trying to run the lawyers, trying to silence people. She been doing a lot of panicking. But they're not letting up off her ass, y'all. It's meaning she's getting all the heat. According to my opinion, Jay-Z made her do it, and she getting all the smoke. Because now Torey fighting back. Now he allegedly got moved, but his lawyers is trying to fight for that appeal. Then don't get it twisted. The president might try to get clout off this. He might clout chase this whole thing. 47 might clout chase this and free Tory Lanez on some clout chasing shit. Tory Lanez be free. Never know, guys. Never know. You feel what I'm saying? I already said 47 might fuck around and free R. Kelly. No, he ain't. He gonna fuck around and free Tory Lanez. Yup. And that's gonna be the exposure of Jay-Z. Put that man in jail for nothing, and then Jay-Z gonna go to jail. That's gonna happen. Diddy gonna go down. Tory Lanez gonna come home. Then Jay-Z gonna get exposed. Tory Lanez gonna tell everything. Tory Lanez gonna put Jay-Z in jail. So that's my prediction, y'all. My whole prediction is Tory Lanez gonna put his ass in jail. He gonna be a key witness. Yep. Top of the top. We live. Let's get back into it. But that heat on Megan, y'all. So when I'm telling you that Jay-Z shit, his wife getting slayed, Megan getting slayed, I'm telling you, they are. All I know is, man, they smashing their ass, bro. Let's go. Diddy has reportedly made $4 million since September. by renting out his private jet despite being behind bars. He had attempted to sell the jet to post bail, but the court denied his request. Instead, Diddy turned the aircraft into a rental business venture. While this fool in penitentiary, he's renting out jets. You can't make this up, bro. Told you this guy the diddler, man. It's one thing I said. Now I get it. I'll talk. Fam, I gotta go back. I'm just, please, y'all just gotta work with me because a lot of this stuff I said so much, but I'm just. Remember when I said part of this is to torment these fucking celebrities? That's part of why they're not letting the celebrities see him. It's a lot within this. Everything in the court is to torment them. Because he proved that you can't count him out. So like I said, I learned that from just talking. When I say, yeah, I said, matter of fact, let me shut up because this dude always got a joke up his sleeve. He done proved that shit already. Meaning, if I was a celebrity, I would not be safe until I see this guy go to jail. I got to see his ass go in that jail. I got to see it or I'll be scared too. That's why they plan it out like that, y'all. This fool still renting out his shit, making money behind it. I just showed you his music going through the roof. But what else you ain't catching? Y'all not getting it, man. When I proved to y'all the other day that his music going through the roof. Who else music I told you going through the roof, y'all? Didn't I tell y'all Cassie music going through the roof too? But what you got to put together, y'all. He owns Cassie music too. So that's his money, y'all. He's still winning. You can do all you getting it. You're not getting it, guys. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. The fucking diddler, man. So even though they told us Cassie streamed through the roof, she more popular than Beyonce, it's still all that money back in his pocket. He owned all the rights, all the publishing. That's why I say the celebrities are fucking scared. You know why? If you're a celebrity, you've been waiting for his ass to go to jail. They was waiting for his ass to go to jail. He was walking around. Then they wait for him to get. They wait for him to get his time like R. Kelly, but he didn't get served yet. So anybody got to be scared because that's why they keep making it look like he might come home. That's why I keep telling y'all the tormenting is to the men, the rappers. You're not hearing nothing about no woman abuse. Nothing, y'all. And you ain't hearing about this woman coming up next. This woman coming up next. This woman coming up next. You ain't hearing about none of that. But you just keep getting these flashes of stuff. You keep getting these flashes. I get the codes. Evidence, gun, rope. Evidence, gun, rope. Gun and rope for woman. Gun, rope, astroglide for woman. No, he's really charged for men. But the men not coming to court, so he ain't getting no life. It's as simple as this from my perspective right now. If we would have had, let's say at least 2 famous men in this game, 2 men, 3 famous, that got on that stand just like Cassie and said what he did to them, that would have been approving what he do to men in court. Which means he would not have been able to say consensual. That's why I say y'all not, that's the part y'all not getting. Y'all not, that's when I knew a lot of y'all was slow as fuck. Especially supposed to be grown, bro. Sis. Honestly, y'all. This is the abusive shit. This is the abusive devices, y'all. That's what y'all didn't get. This is what he used to abuse. But you ain't getting this has nothing to do with women. So he's charged and his defense is consensual. It's just that they didn't tell you whether it was men or women. That part you got to put together. He abused men. That's why he has a chance to come home. Because it's not no men. I'm going to say it again. R. Kelly had a man and he had men in his case. Usher had a man in his payout. The men sometimes makes it stick, y'all. The men make them pack it up. Now, see, if not a man would have came and said what Diddy did to him, guess what Diddy would have did? Maybe took a plea. You don't want that shit coming out in court. I told you I see this shit crystal clear. What is Kid Cudi in there for? Not for him, not Diddy abusing his ass. Diddy abusing his car, right? But Kid Cudi is the proof of what he do to your ass. And it also is the proof if you want to come to your house and do something to you, that's what he's going to do. It's all in the case, y'all. So I get it very clear. That's why some of y'all ain't smart enough to say, well, damn, if he's accused for all this sex trafficking and abusing and all this, where the people at? Oh, you thought it was just cashing the model, but you still ain't think. That's shit from 10 years ago. What about recent? What about 2024, 23, 22, 21, 2020, 19? What about all that? A lot of y'all don't know shit, that's why. I'm talking about the people that be talking a lot, y'all. They ain't even know about the little adopted girl missing. They ain't even know about that. You got people, look, y'all. The biggest Diddy, look, man, this I know. See, this, remember I tell you we in the cell phone era? This is why I tell you it's funny. Every news outlet got a YouTube channel. So they don't know. When they call themselves going to cover the Diddy trial on YouTube, they the ones making an ass out themselves because the top-notch coverage on every platform is already on YouTube. When I told you these corporations got fucking greedy, they all on here. Fox Live, NBC Live, they all on here. Major networks are covering this shit live on TV, and they're streaming it on YouTube. So some of these guys are industry people, content creators, and they talk about they covering the Diddy trial. We'll talk about that later. All right? Because I didn't hear nothing yet. They can't tell me nothing about Fonzworth Bentley. See, those frauds that go cover the Diddy trial, they can't tell you nothing about shit till it happens already. Guess what? Information comes out every day at 4, 5 o'clock when the case is over. Then they're going to let you know what happened in the case. Them fools standing down, they can't tell you shit till lunch break or when it's the case over with. But they can't tell me nothing about Fonzworth Bentley. They can't tell me nothing about Aaron Hall. They can go to the Diddy trial, but they can't tell me nothing about why Diddy kept getting caught with $9 grand, drugs, and high heels and Astroglide. I didn't hear nobody break down the damn Astroglide yet. Or the rubber duck. Or the dildos. Somehow we just glossed over the dildos. But I bet you if the court case wasn't about Cassie, I bet you if the whole case was about dildos, baby all, and a bunch of men, I bet you they won't be covering that shit. Nope. They're only covering it because it's about the woman abuse part. That's the only reason why. You mean to tell me they was covering the Diddy trial, but they didn't break down in full detail the art of why Diddy had what? Heels. Diddy supporter gets arrested for Diddy support. Ha 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 ha. Good job, Carsino. Good fucking job. Yo, Carsino, you used to talk a lot about the industry, bro. What happened? You mean to tell me you ain't got no information on the industry now? You ain't want to talk about it, huh? But you want to laugh and joke about Diddy supporters. Very interesting, bro. Very interesting. So you guys thought you came my slot, I was going to let it ride. No, I was baiting your ass. So now I'm going to expose how people like me been on this Diddy news. Been on it. But see, cats like that, him, they want to come on my slot because they money whores. They number whores. The industry. When people like Carsino been on this shit his whole fucking life, but he saw me going over 2,000 in the morning, he brought his ass to the morning. But he ain't got no content. Diddy supporter gets arrested. He's talking about Diddy supporters. No, Carsino, you talk about the baby on the dildos. You thought I forgot when you kept bragging about how much you industry? You kept talking about how much you industry. You kept talking about how much you know about this industry, but you ain't telling me about the high heels and the baby all yet or the dildos, Carsino. Carsino, you mean to tell me you got a platform? You've been on this show for 5 years. You talking about Diddy supporters. Are you bullying Diddy supporters, Carsino? Are you bullying? Are you doing that, guy? No, stop it, bro. I'm going to just say this, Carsino. I'm just leave you alone, bro. But I'm letting you know this one thing, bro. You already done played yourself, bro. Guess what else, Carsino? You already letting the world know after this Diddy trial, you ain't got shit else to talk about. Huh? Because you ain't break down that baby on me yet, bro. Hey, bro, you didn't break down the baby on the dildo. Hey, yo, bro, Carsino, you ain't telling me what's up, bro. How you know Jay Prince? How you know them industry? How you know them people like that? Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, what's up, Black? Salute, Black. No. When I told you these bastards came in my slot, he wanted them. He wanted them. So, Diddy supporter gets arrested. So I'm going to show you, fake-ass content creator been on this show for 5 years. They can't cover shit because they can't tell you shit. Then again, a lot of them with the same what? They can't speak on it. So I told you, if Casino, he gonna joke on a Diddy fan, but he ain't gonna break down this what? Government evidence. He ain't gonna break that down. Casino, I need you to break down what the fuck is that rope for in them hills. And why it was a pistol and a whole bunch of slippery, slidery stuff. I need you to break this down right here, Casino. No way out, bro. You out there picking on Diddy supporters. Stop it, bro. They try to come my chat with that. No. Casino, I ain't seen with a woman yet, bro. But you like coming in the morning, right? All right, bro, let's go. So anyway, no, y'all, it's called these niggas need content. That's what it's called. They're making a mockery of the whole shit. Huh? Let's go back to Casino one more time. Let me show you a clown making a mockery of shit. Cassie been abused, right? People been abused, right? Look at them joking. Laugh. It's a joke. Ha ha. Diddy supporter gets arrested for Diddy support. Gets arrested. Ha ha. He laughing. It's a joke. Meanwhile, you a joke, bro. I know that because you still dropping shit on other platforms, but your shit ain't moving, bro. Look at me. You got 5 likes, bro. Oh, then again, you on this bitch every day. You been on this bitch about 10 years straight, right? You still want to set the fact your shit crashing, huh? No, that's you and everybody else. So, laugh at Diddy supporters. Don't talk about that abuse. No. Y'all all exposed, y'all. I ain't gonna expose. I ain't saying nobody else's name. They exposed. I'm just gonna show you they exposing themselves. All right? Been on this shit about 10 years, y'all. This was the fuck they doing. Look, Diddy supporter gets arrested. Motherfuckers getting their car blown up. Goddamn it, Freddie P getting abused. And you up here laughing and joking. Bro, you a fool. Nope. That's how I know you got played with, Casino. Talk that industry shit now, Casino. Talk that industry shit, bro. That's right. Matter of fact, y'all the gatekeepers of YouTube, right? You the gatekeeper, right, Casino? You been on my ass, bro. Straight up. So my point is this. All y'all niggas are vultures, but this is what they saying about y'all now. Let me show you what they're saying about the vultures. Surviving Diddy, the bootleg bad boy. Guess what, Casino? Get in line, bro. Get in line. Swag. Get in line, bootleg. Get your ass in line, bro. It's all y'all, bro. Y'all done threw y'all fucking signs so much on this goddamn internet, y'all all exposed, bro. That's on y'all, not me. Because y'all already know, if you don't throw that sign, you ain't getting no views. Y'all been knowing that part. Been knowing that part. Don't put everything on the team. Don't put everything on the family. Who are you? A lot of y'all been hiding behind y'all organizations. Who are you? All right? Your organization ain't gonna save your ass because Diddy could have got you too. You see that? Organization could save none of their ass. It ain't gonna save Jamie Foxx. It ain't gonna save Jay-Z. It ain't save Diddy. That fool was raised in D.C. It ain't save his ass Diddy. What you think will happen to you? All right? Get that clear. Trust me on that. Meanwhile, this is what I say. If you ain't gonna talk about it, you need to stop playing around. Why? Because I told you black media is fake. They'll have a voice, they have an outlet, but they'll play around. Keep you a dumb, stupid kid. See that? Playing around. Ha ha ha. Diddy supporter gets arrested. Shit real. People getting guns put to their head. People getting kidnapped, getting abused, getting bent over, all type of shit. He joking on a supporter. No, it's called stay away from this shit. It's called, don't talk about that. But what it's called, bruh. Go back to sports. All y'all, go back where the fuck y'all from. All right? Matter of fact, all y'all on your face anyway. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Did I tell you J-Lo getting embarrassed? No, J-Lo's getting hazed. J-Lo is getting hazed. J-Lo should have never ran her mouth about 47. Look what he making her do. Huh? This man LeBron should have never ran his mouth about 47. Look what he made him do. That's right. You ain't get it yet? My people on this channel, everything. Huh? You ain't start seeing all this weird shit till recent, right? You ain't never in your life seen LeBron James hold a dog with a pocketbook and lipstick. But you see it now, don't you? You ain't never seen J-Lo kiss no woman in the mouth, but you see it now, ain't you? And she kissing a gay man too. But the other day, didn't I just say J-Lo's a freak? What I said, family, y'all not getting it. J-Lo was trying to distract because she don't want us to put together that she was Cassie before Cassie. But what else I know? Tony Busby had a lawsuit. Her name was in it too, and it said she was a what? Witness to what? The minor, which meant she'd be around Diddy, and it let me know Diddy had her doing dirt back then. I got it very clear. It's also in the Shine case. She was with Diddy. He was shooting. That whole shit was to let us know J-Lo was really dirty. But when she got on that stage and opened her mouth about politics season, I told the world it was going to happen to her. We seen it play by play. And Jenny from the block, she can't go back to the Bronx. She finished. So, humiliation. How I know that? Janet Jackson was at the same event. Janet Jackson got her shine on. Let me rewind it again. Election time. What did I say, family? I said, yo, they crowned Janet Jackson the queen now. When I said what? Beyonce she kicked off the throne. I said everybody else they done with. I said, but the people praising Janet. Because Janet was on the right team. So last night, guess what? Janet Jackson got the glory, y'all. She got her praises. And J-Lo, she got embarrassed. Why? It is being said she's under a lot of pressure. It is said she's in a lot of trouble. It is said her ass might be finished. Meaning, I'm telling y'all, all I'm going to say is 47, man. I'm going to just leave it at that. When I told you, anybody from New York, he took this shit personal. J-Lo, Fat Joe, Jay-Z, and a few others. And I done proved everything I said out my mouth already. I done proved everything I said. I told y'all it was up on them in November, and you seen every last one of them. If they ain't get in trouble, if they ain't get humiliated, you see them acting weird. What else I say? From now on, any entertainment you see, pause, any news you see on this black entertainment shit, Brown, J-Lo in the shit too, it's going to be bad news. It's going to be freaky news. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be very controversial. Did I lie to you? Because I know what's going on. Black entertainment is being humiliated. What did I say? They got to come out that closet, bro. They got to come out that closet. They got to come out that closet. Here's the proof. Told you, man. If they don't come out that closet, they ass finished. Trust me on that. J-Lo said I ain't cut my hair. I just kissed the chick in the mouth. Told you, man. If they don't come out that closet, this shit done. Why? They motherfucking boss said it's time now. That's right. They boss said it's time. That's why I kept saying a lot of them playing around. That's why. It's time. That's why I kept telling you, everything you seeing, it's not by mistake, y'all. No, it's not by mistake. No. Let's bring this back. Let me show you. Let me prove to you how she being hazed and humiliated. Do you think J-Lo was stupid enough to do this during the Diddy trial? Do you think it's a coincidence? Like I said, I connect dots. Just so happened you used to be with Diddy. All this freaky shit coming out in court. All this freaky stuff. So you mean to tell me, J-Lo, a week after all this freaky stuff in court, you getting freaky on stage? Now it's even two things. Are you doing this to distract from Diddy news? No, because you could have distracted from Diddy news by doing some good stuff, like taking the kids shopping or, donating some air conditioners. You could have did it different. I'm going to say your ass being humiliated. How I know that? I also know you and Usher are being y'all compromised and they making y'all work. I know they made y'all ass go to Saudi and perform. I know what's happening. J-Lo, you a prisoner of your contract. You in trouble, just like who? Beyonce. Proved already. Beyonce ran them out about 47. What happened? Weeks and weeks of embarrassment. Undersold tickets. People selling her shit on the internet. Fighting at the show. Crashed her shit. Never happened in your life. You ain't never see that shit happen to Beyonce. Never. Never, y'all. But you still ain't put your head that after they sent that cease and desist to 47, that made it worse on her ass. Her husband ran his mouth. It's 2016. She sent a cease and desist. After election, house burned down. Somehow, shit burning. J-Lo run her mouth. Next thing you know, they got a kiss the woman. No, y'all, I told you they get dealt with. Anybody don't get it, please check the previous episodes. You will get it very, very clear. Huh? Everything spoken around here will not be on TV, and nobody said it yet. Told you they gonna catch hell because they getting destroyed, y'all. That's why to show you this, when I also said what? That stuff with him and Ben Affleck, that's trash. She's trying to deflect. Now, how do I know? I'm gonna just speed it up for you. Look how old she is, bro. family. For one, I've been watching them. They've been working J-Lo ass to death, working the fuck out of her. That's one thing. For two, she doing weird shit. The other day I just spoke about when she was supposed to sign autographs and somebody asked about Diddy, she got up and ran, bro. That was months ago. So she know what's up. Because it is said that she's scared she's going to get in trouble too. And they also know that this bad news is going to destroy her. So what J-Lo been doing is trying to fight the bad news too, because she know the bad news mean her career is over. But since so many people sleep and there's so many distractions, we've been watching them squirm to keep their careers going, y'all. But as you see, at 55, you've never seen J-Lo work this hard, and you've never seen her kiss no woman in the mouth. Get it? Know why I also know about J-Lo? Why she being hazed? Because her number one fan base is men. The men love J-Lo. White men love her on top of that. No. Freaky. They all in bondage, y'all. They all locked down. They can't move. That's right, y'all. If they don't get freaky, they're not getting no money. That's right. Did J-Lo mistake the AMAs for a Diddy party? What am I showing you? She's not safe. She's not safe because you still ain't put through your head. J-Lo could know a lot about AALIYAH, but you didn't think like that because you only know when a content creator tell you something or it's on TV, even though half the content creators can't tell you shit anyway. All right? No. Kept telling you all the proof, everything was already in your face. It's not everything going to be in court. It's going to be a lot of questions, and you ain't going to have no answers. When I say he controlled AALIYAH, you ain't thinking. You ain't using your brain. Huh? You ain't really thinking using your brain. Huh? When they were controlling from a little girl, a minor, and I'm assuming Craig Mack did something with AALIYAH. So you know what Craig Mack was. All right? Why? We know Diddy made him do that shit. Simple. Very simple. Sick. When I tell you, man, it's a reason why they was picking for them systems back then and all that. Told you back then your ass was sold back then as a kid. Yo, them people always was fighting poverty, y'all. But you're going to see the same story. Detroit, poor as fuck. All this, it's not a coincidence celebrities be from poor ass cities. We would talk backwards, right? You ain't get it, right? Don't you? If an entertainer was born rich, we clown their ass. If they poor, we salute them. But the poor ones get abused the most. Guess what else? I'm gonna bring it to sports. Guess who else get compromised in sport? What you think a scholarship is, y'all? See, let me show you all these tricks. What is scholarship? What's a scholarship? It's bondage, right? It's another form of bondage. You going to college, you got a scholarship. You know what that mean, young man from the ghetto? Get in line. Do as you're told. And if you don't, your ass going back home. So, hey, young man, you got a scholarship? Hey, you ever think about joining a fraternity? Bingo, got him. That's how it's going to be. And if he don't join a fraternity and do as he told, his ass getting sent back home. Because that scholarship mean contract. Yeah, young man, you made it. You thought you made it. No, we bought your ass. We put you in bondage. It's called a scholarship. Know all the cold words of this shit. Hey, I took a student loan. Put me in bondage. Pick one. But scholarship means bondage. Meaning, when they come in, you came on a scholarship, you control your whole life. You didn't know that, though. That's how it works. Those called buying kids out of the ghetto back then. Scholarships. That's right. When I tell you it's a pipeline of Black Hollywood, the whole science of the blacks in the industry, the ones that get abused, they pick up from the pipeline. I keep telling you. What's their pipelines? Well, it used to be social service, black colleges, anywhere the youngsters at. That's where they at. That's been their family. That's what been fueling the whole shit. It's all clear as day now, y'all. Bad Boy was a demonic record label, y'all. That's all it was. Bro, they put it all in our head, ready to die. It's not a coincidence. In 93, ready to die. I'm watching TV. Black man, y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die 18. The percentage rate of black men dying, the percentage rate of black men meeting 21, meanwhile, ready to die. If I die, if I want to go to hell. They were cursing us, bruh. Cursing our ass. When I die, got you saying that shit. See what I'm saying? No. Bad boy. Bad boys die, go to jail. Bad boys also get touched on and bent over, y'all. That's right. Straight demonic. That's right. We were just talking about Craig Mack yesterday. You now know a flavor in your ears now, right? All right, then. We said, LL said what? He, she. Why? Because Diddy was making them dress up back then. They were dressing up back then, y'all. All right? They were doing a lot of shit back then. All right? Let's go to Fonzworth Bentley Fondled, y'all. Yeah. Allegedly, y'all, they were tormenting minors. Allegedly. That's why I show you this grainy footage back then so you get it in your head. Remember, that's when he was p.diddy. That's when he was doing the most. Another segment. He was around the minors, y'all. chrisbrown, Sean Kingston, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Amarion, Raz B, Chris, you know what I'm saying? Lando Brown and them. He around them. Nick Cannon. Young crowd, y'all. How many of y'all know about Diddy was around them youngsters? This was the time when P. Diddy tried to change his image on us, y'all. That's what he did. He tried to shake off that gangster stuff. That's what he did. So anybody affiliated with Diddy at that time, you got your proof that if he stopped answering your phone, he cut you off back then. This is why. He was trying to get away from you. But with this man, he had another job to do. I'm going to say this is when he first started to lay down the pink program on their ass. I think Fonzworth Bentley was used as a fondler, a groomer, and the one to turn you into a gentleman. Yep. Diddy and Fonzworth Bentley accused of RAPing men and kids. Here you go. Here you go. Who you think the kids was? Huh? Who you think? Chopper, Freddie P. That's just two for you. Very clear. All right. For those who don't know, we went into it on a previous episode on the history of making the band and the procedure you have to do to get on the show. We got details from somebody that was supposed to be on the show, but he didn't make it. Because with these pipelines they got, y'all, they had, y'all didn't get this. You count how many seasons Making of the Band was. Every year, they had people flying in, youngsters. Then you're going to see, is it a coincidence? Every time Jermaine Dupri had a show, he had a show for youngsters. Told you it's all in hip-hop, guys. It's all in hip-hop. Jermaine Dupri had a show on BET, right? And all y'all face about youngsters. After being accused of youngsters. After you saw he did a Bow Wow. So anyway, back to this. Every year, he might have, let's say 100 kids, 100 people flying. Or let's just say 50, 20. Well, that don't matter. Only one going to be on the show. Meanwhile, they having fun with everybody that come to the show. Remember, the casting couch, right? But you don't make the show. That's what's going on. So in one story, Diddy allegedly tried to make one of the youngsters go down on somebody, be on the show, and they ain't do it. And he got sent back home. That's how we knew. And that same individual allegedly is suing Diddy through Tony Busby. So that's when we knew back then that he got Freddie P and all of them. Because Freddie P, how did you get on the show, bro? Why was you the favorite? Freddie P, out of all those auditions, how did you get on the show, bro? And how did you get there from Florida? That's why I keep telling y'all, I can't do interviews. My interviews all gonna be sick. They're gonna be official. All my interviews are gonna be blockbuster because I'm gonna ask some real questions. All I want to know from you, Freddie P, is did it get you, bro? Freddie P, what was the procedure to get on Making of the Band? Freddie P, how did you even end up in New York? Did you fly? Did they send you a ticket? What made them pick you anyway? See? But what if I said, Freddie P, you could have been in an organization, meaning you was already in let's say you was in a program for bad kids. And somehow they already knew you anyway. Because I want to know how you got on this show, bro. How did they even pick you? How did you even come in a conversation to be picked? All right, Freddie P. So y'all gotta say you ain't gonna trick me. Thank you, Tara. I want real questions, bro. Yo, how was it waking up with Diddy? Okay, when you first made it, he said you won't be in the show. What happened after that? What happened after y'all filmed the first film? I want real details, fool. That's why I said I don't watch people that talk about nothing. They can't tell me nothing. Why? He was never a real celebrity or artist anyway. He was a toy. That's what all of them was, toys. Why you think Baps scared? Where the hell Baps at? Scared to death. Scared to death. He might have had Baps R-A-P-E in woman. We don't know that. He might have made Baps R-A-P-E some young teen ladies. We don't know that. Because Diddy gonna make you do it. So when I see Baps hiding and scared, I already know what happened to her. She black too. I already know what happened to her. I already know. Baps scared as fuck. Yes, she is. Told you, the New York people the most scared, y'all. You ain't get it yet? The New York people are the most scared. Y'all don't get it yet. You ain't seen nobody from New York fix their face and say nothing. Look, y'all, they bottom lip be locking up. They can't say nothing. They can't fix their mouth, say Diddy. They can't say Diddy. They can't say Puff no more, nothing. Their mouth locked, y'all. That's the whole New York, man. You know what I'm saying? Freddie P got a little heart. He live in Florida, so he got a little heart. Chopper live in Louisiana. That's why you gonna see they talk. They got a little heart. But they know, I live at the bottom of the map. I'm far away from that fool. But the people in New York know one thing, man. He's still locked up right here, man. He right downtown right now. He might get out right now. They scared, bro. Everybody in New York like shit. He's still in New York, man. You know, he's still in jail, man. He ain't going yet, man. He's scared. When Diddy get locked up, they'll start talking again if he gets some time. But that's how we gonna know what happened to them. No, y'all, this ain't about no brotherhood shit. This ain't about them staying quiet because of secrecy in the favor of Diddy. Hell no. They staying quiet to protect their own ass. And hoping they ain't on camera. Let's go. We out. Shout out to everybody that's up. Appreciate everybody that's here. Let's go. There's no cameras in federal court, but we know more about Diddy trial than Tory Lanez trial, who wasn't televised or really known to the public much. Bingo. People didn't get that. I been knew that about the courthouse. One thing about, you ain't noticed that about certain cases? Certain people, they want locked up faster than others for some reason. Case be fast. See, when they want your ass fried, shit be quick. Yes, it does, guys. That's how it be. Look how fast Tory Lanez got served up. We ain't seen nothing in here. I ain't gonna lie. He got locked up so fast, I thought that one was fake. Yes, I did. I was like with Tory, I need proof. I said, I need to see that man hair, something. Next thing you know, a picture came out about a couple days after that, a week, something like that, and they showed him in jail, allegedly. But he was in jail. Before that, I was like, yo, that shit was so quick. I ain't had no proof that man was locked up. No, he had to get up out of here. They fried his ass, bro. Guess what? Tory Lanez trying to get an appeal, y'all. He trying to come home. His lawyers in the back. Man, this is all I'm going to tell y'all. They got it set up with Megan. They going to get no rest. Now, you know she tried to come back out. And I told you she started winning. But you're going to see something I told you before. Every time they come in the media, smoke. So remember, right? The Tory Lanez Megan thing had slowed up. It was quiet. But when she did that Met Gala and tried to drop a song, they back on her ass. So you see right here, it all started back up. So now Megan dancing, explaining herself. She making posts. I'm tired of y'all keep blaming me. I'm sick of this stuff. Sound like a big ass kid. And I'm like, yo, she sound fake as hell. Meaning, if I know for a fact this man shot me, I'm not explaining shit to nobody. I'm not explaining nothing. But when a lot of us know that somehow you got shot, but you was twerking like not so long after that, you was walking the hills. With me and others, especially from the hood, know that when you get shot, you're going to have a limp. And if you get shot in your foot with bone at, you're going to have a limp for a minute. But you was in them high heel stilettos like that shit was nothing. I just sat back and was like, I ain't never seen no shit like that. Somebody got shot in their foot and they twerking in heels. When I know people that got shot in their foot and they'll tell you that shit hurt for that shit be hurting, throbbing. And I'm talking about when you first get shot in your foot, that shit ain't gonna be right for at least a year, y'all. I'm talking about you're gonna be hurting walking for a minute. And we talking about heels now. Now look, like I said, I had a homeboy got shot in his foot back in the day, but guess what? After that, he only wore like Air Max, like comfortable sneakers and shit. And shit still hurt. My point is, how you shot in your foot and you wearing heels? Them shits hurt already, right? No. And you twerking in them? I don't know. Now, I'm going to say, well, people said what? They said it was the glass. People said they think it was the glass, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. All right? I mean, even if he didn't shoot, even if he shot, now let me clarify this too. Even if he didn't, if he shot in the car, period, he's going to get time for that regardless, even if he didn't shoot her. So even if he shot at her in the car and the glass cut her, he's still going to get in trouble. And then as a celebrity, her ass just running with the he shot me part for the fame. He shot me for the fame part. Get it? But he really can't, he really, put it like this. He really is in jail for letting off that firearm in that car, period. He's going to go to jail for that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So let's say if he even shot by mistake, oh shit, bye. He's still going to jail for that. So I can also look at this like he could have shot by mistake. And the glass fucked up and she ran with that shit for clout. He shot me. So it can go a lot of ways, y'all. But I also know when I went back into it, LANEZ got set up. Know how we know? Because when they had to get out that truck, somebody was filming their ass, strategically filming the whole shit. Even though it's supposed to have been at what? A weird hour in the AM, but somehow somebody was filming the shit in the AM, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right there. No, that shit was a setup, bro. And she made sure she was naked, all that. Yup, that's my opinion. My opinion, not a fact. But what's my opinion too? Diddy and Fonzworth Bentley accused RAPE and men and kids. Now look, you're going to keep seeing somehow all the dirt is going to go to Diddy or it's going to go to Jay-Z. You know what I'm starting to think now? I'm starting to think Diddy dealt with all the sexual shit and Jay-Z handled all the street shit. Yo, Jay, you got the street knowledge, right? You're going to deal with all the street shit. That's how I look at them. Because I know they was 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3. 4, 4, 4. That's right. There were 3 of them. But 2 of them don't want to be with the 1 no more. Something telling me, y'all. I don't know why. Something telling me. I don't know when it's going to happen, but something still telling me the grand finale of this shit going to be Jay-Z, man. I feel like all this shit is a distraction for Jay-Z. You know why? He's the one walking around with the money still, y'all. He's the one. All you got to know is this. As long as Jay-Z got that money, he the target, y'all. So people, let's just all look at this like regular real life shit. You the only one in your neighborhood with $1 million and everybody know. Make it better. Look, your whole neighborhood know you hit the lotto. You in the crib, you ain't coming out, but everybody know what the fuck. Everybody watching your ass. Trust me on that. They know. They know. Same thing with Jay-Z. He got that 2.5 billion walking around, right? Even though he probably losing money, you know, they watching him off that alone, y'all. They gonna stay watching him. Trust me on that. He's not walking away. He's not getting. Now, if Jay-Z have all that money, then I say, yeah, he probably be good. But the fact he got $2 billion, do I think Kanye gonna take a loss? Diddy's gonna take a loss, but he's not. No, they needed time for the public to go against Beyonce and Jay-Z. They need a lot of y'all to wake up. Meaning, when they get Jay-Z, I think at that point, they want to where nobody can use that black card. You ain't gonna be coming down there with no protest shit. They gonna get him, man. That's my opinion. I feel like everything is a smokescreen for him. That's just what I feel like. Because his name is in a lot of dirt. His name is in a lot of shit. He also was Diddy, man. It's already proven. We don't know how many industry people done told stories to authorities. We don't know if the case on Jay-Z being built right now. But according to what I think, when it's all said and done, he's going to be the real grand finale, y'all. I don't know why. It's just something telling me that. What's up, y'all? Who up in here? Who about to kick? What's up, Faith? What's up, JJ? What's up, QB? All right, let's go. What's up, Lorraine? Jay-Z and Beyonce are what they call 2 birds of the same stone. Yeah, because it's 3 of them for real. So let's go. I think, like I said, I think Diddy and them did the sexual dirty work, like anybody had to get dealt with, and they had to use their Astroglide. I think Diddy did that part. I think anything gangster, some things that dealt with certain rappers, and it needed gunplay. Like, let's look at it like this. Shit like Nipsey, street shit, I think your hoe if you go deal with that street shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how they was playing that shit. Yeah. All right. Sean Diddy Combs and Fonzworth Bentley named in new Georgia lawsuit alleged misconduct. Atlanta, Georgia. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs and longtime associate Fonzworth Bentley are at the center of a newly filed civil lawsuit. So as you see, that's so he can't run. Now, what else I'm going to tell you today? I'm going to make a prediction. I said it already before. I'm going to say it again. Jermaine Dupri going to get his day. Guess what, y'all? It's getting close to Jermaine Dupri house now, y'all. They're in Atlanta, Georgia now. Fonzworth Bentley. So remember when I kept telling y'all, everybody in this game got to be scared. They're going to be scared every day. They're going to stay scared. Because what y'all not getting, the Diddy trial really has nothing to do with us civilians. It has nothing to do with us, the public. This shit means more to them celebrities than anything because they know their careers on hold. They know they're not getting no more money. The man that made Jermaine Dupri a star, his name L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid been accused of sex charges. He's in trouble. Huh? He's in trouble. Who that? Jermaine Dupri's father, L.A. Reid. He's in trouble. Huh? Who else his homeboy? Diddy. Huh? Who else? Jay-Z. Prove to you. He was letting Diddy hold Bow Wow. Bow Wow will be in traffic. Diddy got Bow Wow chilling with him in New York. Where his parents at? Jermaine Dupri took all Bow Wow money and Chris Cross. Jermaine, you gonna get yours, boy. You gonna get yours too. They're in Atlanta now, Jermaine. You gonna get yours, bro. Trust me. This Fonzworth Bentley shit is to put that scope on Atlanta, bro. This to make you piss in your pants. Because that's why I say I know the game. I know when Biggie and it was with Jermaine and them. And the Brat and all of them. They were going to Atlanta back in 95, y'all. So my point is this, Jermaine. You've been trying to shake this shit too. But see, this is to put the spotlight on you. Because when we say Fonzworth Bentley, we automatically think Outkast and Jermaine Dupri. We think about all y'all. Because that's that time. So Jermaine, I know you be scared, bro. And I said, family, as long as this trial going on, nobody's safe. And you're not looking at it like if Diddy was your homeboy and y'all both was getting away with murders. Like, look at it in a crime wave. You, Jermaine, and Diddy, and y'all know for a fact y'all got away with a lot of murders. But now one of your shooters get caught, your main man, you scared gonna tell on the murders y'all did together. That's Jermaine Dupri, y'all. That's all of them. That's why Jay-Z said, Busby, shut that down quick. You gonna see. The truth is in what Jay-Z did. He was the first to react. It's very simple, y'all. That's why you didn't see no lawsuits. Meaning you didn't see nothing happen. You seen smoke mirrors. Huh? Allegations stemming from incidents that reportedly occurred more than 2 decades. Fonzworth Bentley and them. Huh? Weirdo. Guess what? Fonzworth Bentley and Diddy was around them kids, y'all. Now you see how I look now? You look weird now, right? Nobody said, damn, what is Fonzworth doing around them kids? Why you on 106 Park? What the fuck is he doing around Raspy and them? No, Fonzworth is a fondler. He was fondling them people. The lawsuit filed in Fulton County on Friday, May 24th by an Atlanta man now in his 40s. Like I said, they get you when you're young. Now you're 40-something, bro. You're traumatized. You're damaged. That's Freddie P and them. All right? That's Fred. That's why y'all all throw it off. Why? It's no minors walking around they got. What they didn't get. The minors they got, they all grown now. That's why. All of his real charges come from men and boys. The problem is, it was a long time ago, and the shit that was recent, nobody's going to tell on Diddy. So, does little man Freddie P think I don't know that Diddy and what? Fonzworth abused his ass? Of course they did. I know what they did. Simple. But see, Freddie P is brainwashed. Freddie P is under a fake-ass oath. How I know that? He's under an oath, but he's broke. Which means what? It's not doing nothing for him. which means what? His oath is his handcuffs. It's his muzzle. It's his prison. He's going to die under that oath, even though he was abused. He's going to die broke. He's going to die broke. He's going to die a faded memory. He could have got glory in the Diddy trial like Cassie, but he didn't do that. It's like I said the other day. Cassie might have got abused. She got embarrassed. She went through a lot, but at least she had the heart to get her glory in the end, because she got her money, she got rewarded, and the rest of the country crowning Cassie as a hero, because when the story be written, Cassie is the one that made it all happen, and it's going to be written that no man had the heart to go against Diddy. No man had the heart to go against him to the end. That's how you know that man was straight terror. Then you think about this. Anything Cassie told you horrific about Diddy, you just think about that shit being 10 times worse than men. Simple and plain. If he hit Cassie with a frying pan, he hit that man with a pistol. That's right. If he made somebody pee in Cassie's mouth, he made him pee in a man's mouth too. Because what I get very clear, the details in the trial is what he does to everybody. That man Diddy don't spare nobody. He don't pick and choose he don't pick and choose his victims. He don't say, oh, I'm gonna deal with this one a little nicer, or I'm gonna do. No. So I know what he did. And what Cassie said in court is no telling him no. So, Freddie P, the way you look now, Diddy gonna say no. But back then, they said a lot of yes. Because you was a selected minor, bro. I'm gonna say you under 18 in this picture, bro. I'm gonna reach, fuck you, till you prove it. I'm gonna say you 18. I'm gonna give you 18, bro. I don't want to hear no 19. I want to hear that shit. I'm gonna say 18, but you look for real, you look 16, 17, bro. Let's do a vote. How old Freddie P look in this picture, y'all? Let me see if I'm tripping. All right, let's see how old he is. How old does he look? Holler at me in the chat. We up. We live on the internet. What's up? We ain't Hollywood around here. I'm not standing outside no Diddy trials. I don't get paid for that shit. That's what reporters get paid for. All right, straight up. Well, 16. I need some mothers around to speak on this shit. Y'all know how they look. All right, see? He don't look over 18. I'm gonna make sure I ain't tripping. How we know that? We can see his face. He don't even got a fuzzy beard at the bottom. He don't got no, bro. No. I say I ain't stupid. Next, Freddie P, where they pick you from? What am I saying? In my opinion, Fonzworth Bentley got Freddie P, because Freddie P was around that time, and this is when him and Diddy is accused of doing the most. But being I know the history, they was around those minors then. They was on 106 in Park frequent. We wasn't looking. We was on mixtapes. We was doing other stuff. We wasn't listening. We wasn't watching that shit. We were grown. Meaning we know it was corny. It was for the youngsters. But we wasn't looking at it like that. No, y'all. Fonzworth was doing the damn Fonzman. I think it was his job to make you turn into a gentleman. And there's only one way to make you a gentleman. Yeah. There you go. So everybody in the chat, nobody said he looked 18. So, I mean, that's what it is then, y'all. He got to prove that shit. If he don't prove it, his ass ain't 18 right there. I don't want to hear that. Why? I know these stories about the minors, it applies to a lot of people like him, because the whole making the band process was them scouting young people as well. Yup. And guess what? In making the band, this is the truth. More young people got sent home than made the show. What does that mean? A lot of fondling went down. A lot of fondling. It was one situation I want to bring back up. They said, when they say Diddy knocked out a 10-year-old, allegedly they said he put a proper dropper in his drink. They say he put something in the guy's soda. They say the young man came with his mother and father from LA. And the mother and father let the boy be with Diddy. And allegedly, he gave the guy something, the boy, and he passed out and woke up. Something. And said, sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do sometimes. Allegedly, that's what he said to the youngster. But it was for one of those tryouts. So that's what y'all don't get. He had a lot of tryouts, youngsters. He had a sleepaway camp, youngsters. He had a charter school, youngsters. But you're not going to hear about that. But when they tell me about his Geppetto shit, I get it clear. Know what I say? That fool had a charter school. I know what they talking about. kept telling you, certain shit ain't gonna come out because they know everybody it's gonna open up more Pandora's box. Well, how did he get to school? How did that happen? How did this happen? Get it? Certain things. Shh. Why? It could be investors in the charter school. Shh. Get it? It could have been investors in the flavor unit camp. He had the flavor unit camp. That's where he got Usher from. But we don't know if Clyde and them were pulling up in limos. Hey, I like him right there. Hey, I like him. See what I'm saying? Yo, y'all, this the shit they was doing in the 90s, family. When I told y'all we was the prey. Anybody could have probably got our ass back then for the right price, tricked our stupid ass with the right money, pulled it out. We gone. We out of here. But we wasn't stupid back then. But they was that's what they was doing. All right, let's go. So look, as of now, this case getting thrown out, y'all. Diddy legal team is. I told y'all, man, it's always like that, y'all. I'm telling you, whenever I start talking about this shit, that shit made people run, y'all. I swear to God, I do it all the time. Like how that shit can say 1,200. If I talk about that shit too long, like 100 people, 50 people, they start leaving, y'all. I'm telling you, this shit traumatized people, y'all. I swear to God, it does. It's all in your face, y'all. I swear to God. Let's go. Diddy legal team is gunning to blow up the major moment. So they throwing that out of case. They throwing it out, y'all. It's going to be out of here. Finish. That's the proof. The proof is ain't no proof. So check this out right here. Now let me show you how they not letting it go, y'all. Remember what I said about Beyonce? I already showed y'all this shit. Now I'm going to show you how they not letting it go. Beyonce sends cease and desist order to the president. See? I know what that means. I know what that means. That's why she's still getting smoked and they ain't going to sell out no more shows. When I said when this country flipped, she ain't selling out nothing, none of them are. Here's the proof. But what I've also proven to you, when I said family, they not letting that shit go. So why am I on TMZ reading about Diddy? But when I scroll, they're going to make sure I see that right there about Beyonce. Because everybody that knows the secret know exactly what's going on. Let me show you what's part of the slander campaign when I told you they're dissing black entertainment. Simone Biles falls apart after her husband's viral interview. But I'm showing you how they're only going to trend for bad news, bad news, bad news, because they're the enemy. Guess who they're the enemy to? Everybody that just came in this country. I told you, this is all a pickup for when everybody first went against the flag and took that knee. It started from back then. It's all part of it. Let's go. There's no cameras in federal court, but we know more about Diddy trial than Torey Lanez trial, who wasn't televised or really known to the public. Nope, but this is because it's called picking and choosing which case is covered more than the other. So, a man in his 40s is now coming out talking about how he been abused by Fonzworth Bentley and Diddy. By an Atlanta man who is now 40, outlines serious claims of misconduct involving both Combs and Bentley dating back to 2003. According to court documents, the plaintiff was worked with a local talent agency. I get to prove it. The talent agency is the pipeline where they go pick who they want. Because you let your son be a fake-ass model. You let your daughter pursue a modeling career. That's the agency where they get picked from. Here's the proof. Here's the proof. According to the court documents, plaintiff was working with a local talent agency. That's where they picked the youngster to get abused. Why? The agency gets the blame. I don't know that young boy. No, I get him from the agency. We don't know them. We pay the agency. Agency give us boy. You didn't know it was always a disguised pipeline. So when Jaguar Wright told you it's all disguised under entertainment, it's no such place of where can I go buy me a youngster at? No, dummy, it's called talent agency. Now, if I go to the talent agency right now, say, you know what? I'm about to make my own film. I'm about to be filming a movie myself. I'm about to put it on YouTube. You have any young stars for me? That's how it works. Freddie P, I never heard the album day in my life. Never took it serious. Always knew y'all was a joke. But I know what Diddy did to you because you was his favorite and Chop was his favorite. You also got turned to a demon. Look at your ears, bro. They been turned you to a little demon. That's why you still gonna lie your ass off to this day. So if you're not explaining as a victim, if y'all are so, yo, I swear to God, man, this how I know he got Freddie P. The men are willing to die broke before they fucking tell the truth, y'all. He watch Cat, they watching everybody go for their bag. Meaning you watch Cassie, you watch a woman, and you a man gonna sit back and just be broke, walking around, looking like this. Remember, y'all, the streets is designed to keep you broke. So he gonna try to keep it real to prove to us he didn't get touched on, but look how broke he is. Fool, I would have lied and say they touched me to get my money. I'm sorry. Just off the fact I was with Diddy and them and I'm broke, hell no. I'd have got my money, but no, I'm being funny to prove to y'all how much the men are so scared they won't even get a money grab. Who tried to get a money grab? Little Rod. I cover Little Rod from the beginning. That's how I know Little Rod told me Diddy's procedure on what he's going to do to you. Little Rod confirmed to me that he's going to grope your ass while you're making music. The band, he's going to grope you. He's going to do a lot of stuff. Little Rod was the D. I kept telling you, it's not going to come in court. Little Rod told you already what he do. He's going to touch on you. He's going to do a whole lot that you ain't going to say no. So Freddie P, you rather die broke to keep up a lie than tell the truth that man got you and get your payday, but then again, you missed the boat. Here's the proof. Every man in this shit gonna die broke that been around Diddy. That's for him, Jadakiss, all of them. Guess who's straight? Usher got 100 million. Justin Bieber got 100 million. J-Lo getting dragged, her ass got 100 million. The rest of y'all finished. Because we know what Diddy did to you. Now you see what the guns is for? When a man make you dress up and put guns in your head and make you do a whole lot of shit, damn right you ain't gonna say nothing. Why they ain't gonna say nothing? Because they know one thing, it's pictures. They know it's pictures. Look at Freddie P throughout the years. He looks abused. He looks turned out. He looks turned out, y'all. No, Diddy turned a lot of them gay, y'all. To the point where they're not even bisexual, bro. They're flipped out. I know it's up. All right, that's right. What's the rope for, y'all? What is the rope for? Freddie P, were you ever hogtied? I don't think you were. You were too young for that shit. I know all they had to do is give you some damn money, bro. So stop playing with me. All they had to do is give you money, Freddie P. So let's stop. Meanwhile, the abuse of the minors was early 2000s. Now to confirm it, 2003. Somebody Google Making of the Band and give me the time frame on Making of the Band. And I know it was 2003. Give us the time frame, y'all. One of my smart people, please let me know the years of Making of the Band. And you will clearly see it's going to line up with right here. Because Fonzworth Bentley Fondled Freddy P.S. too. Diddy was telling us back then what him and them going to do. Back then. Shiny Vaseline lips. Lip gloss. Licking lips. We been knew already. The thing is, everybody in the industry didn't want us to know, but they can't hide it no more, y'all. It's out the bag. It's out the bag, industry people. All you industry people that are content creators now. We know about y'all. We know what y'all doing, bro. Why y'all won't just fucking retire? Retire or fucking come out. One of the two. Let's go. All right? Because some of y'all, this happened to y'all when y'all were young. That's why you can't say nothing. It happened to y'all. That's right. So that's why you're going to see they're in a fresh lawsuit in Georgia. Meanwhile, the biggest perverts was right in y'all face. 2000, 2009, 2000, 2002. Making the band. This charge on him, 2003. But he was around all them same years. He was around from like shit. That same time. Fonzworth was around for a good little while. I think Fonzworth go back to about maybe 2002. 2002 on up to Atlanta days. All right. Meanwhile, I think Fonzworth was doing a lot. He was using to do all the grooming, y'all. I think he was using Fonzworth to touch on all the minors, y'all. I believe that shit. Because they in New York, Fonzworth come out of nowhere. We didn't notice that too. How Diddy always getting these characters. He's out of nowhere. We don't know his name. We don't know shit about him. So I can see him using to do a whole lot of dirt. The Fonzworth Bentley disappear, look like a whole nother person. We don't know his name. None of the pieces. He just walking around with a fucking beard. Meanwhile, he used him to torment so many goddamn minors. That's how I look at them, y'all. I look at Diddy as he turns you into a tool of what he needs you for. So if he needed you to do a whole lot of RAPEs, I look at it as he used Fonzworth to do it. And then it's going to be disguised because nobody going to look at Fonzworth like that. They're going to think he innocent. Meanwhile, they was doing the most. While we wasn't looking, this man preyed on minors. This man cannot give you no proof of him making a grown man a star. He only dealt with minors and women, even though the Brat was the first rapping lesbian way back then, brought to you by Jermaine Dupri. Even though TLC were the first female cross-dressers, straight from Atlanta. But this weirdo right here gonna get his day, y'all. Yes, he is. All right, Freddie P. What happened? Here you go right here, y'all. According to the plaintiff, was working with a local talent agency. That's where they get the kids from. Freddie P. Once again, Freddie P, you ain't gonna fool me. You are not over 18, bro. I don't believe you. Not at all. Tell me that lie again, bro. Matter of fact, you ain't lied. I don't think nobody ever asked you this shit. But if you was on my channel, that's what I'm gonna ask you. Freddie P, how old was you in this picture right here? All right. So if anybody don't get it, you might be looking at a victim of Geppetto behavior right in your fucking face. Then if I didn't believe that, I could just look at how he act now. He acts like a man that been abused. All right. He can't even look himself in the mirror, y'all. At all. He has nothing on him of success. He has nothing about him that says, I used to be in the game. I used to be on MTV. I put an album out. I was with Diddy. No, it looked like whatever's on his mind is killing him. And he's not, he looks, I'm telling you, y'all, he's destroyed. He's destroyed. No. All right, let's go. Why am I saying that? Just so happened, we got this picture of Fonzworth and him at the same exact time. Fonzworth got a lawsuit, Freddie P running his mouth. Let's go. Fonzworth Bentley born Derek Watkins, gained fame in the early 2000s as Combs' personal assistant. See what I told you? Code word, his boyfriend, his bitch, his servant. See what they was doing? Grooming. Little did y'all know, one day y'all all gonna be pink. See I'm pointing to the socks? They was letting us know back then. Didn't work on me, guys. Sorry. Tell you the truth, a lot of shit ain't never work on me because I'm colorblind. That's another advantage I got over a lot of people. I'm colorblind for real. I got my little favorite colors, but the truth is, my favorite color is black and red. That's really my favorite colors. Black is because I just like certain colors look right on me. Like I said, when I wear colors, I wear it with black. Like how you wear white and colors, I wear black and colors. I wear black and red, blue and black. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Purple and black. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I wear green and black. But I'm always going to have some black. I don't wear white. Because I don't like the way white look on me. That's just me. And plus, I be the one always fucking white stuff up quick. So, I'm colorblind, y'all. Guess what? That's when it comes to humans, everything. I'm colorblind. That's even why when I was in the street, I ain't never had no real smoke with like gangs and shit. Even when I was gang, I'm really colorblind for real. Know why? But coming up, I was an artist, so I know how to draw. So I never had no favorite color. And I also know about colors, period. So I never been stuck on no color. I can't be brainwashed with no color, bro. That's just me. So That's how I also understood that the rainbow was diversity. The rainbow is nothing but a pack of crayons. Diversity. Different colors, different spectrum, different thoughts, different things. People got different auras, different glows, colors. All right, but I'm colorblind. That's also how, even if any of my people in the organization, I would never judge them on their color or judge them on their beliefs, because I don't see that shit. I don't care about that. I know the big picture. See what I'm saying? Colors are for kids. Kids follow their favorite color. Kids get trapped in colors. Kids get brainwashed by colors, y'all. That's kid shit. So he was trying to brainwash back then with that pink. See that? But he was telling us one day, y'all all gonna be pink. That was his job. His job was to turn everybody into gentlemen. Fonzworth Bentley, the gentleman. Here's the paperwork. It's official. All right? I'm going to say this is the appetizer for Jermaine Dupri. That's what I'm going to say. Why? Because now Jermaine Dupri had to pull it on himself, because he now knows something dealing with a Diddy situation is now in an Atlanta courthouse. So Jermaine has to be scared now, y'all. That's right. All we got to do is keep saying Jermaine Dupri name a couple more times. His ass going to be in that jail. He'll be there soon, y'all. Know why? He did too much. He abused Bow Wow, man. Bow Wow had broke because of Jermaine. Bow Wow had hurt. They destroyed Bow Wow. They did it all. They did all that shit when we was younger, y'all. They did all that shit early 2000s. So here go the paperwork. Fonzworth, Bentley, and Diddy. So now you got it, right? Meaning they're not ducking this one. He was led to believe he would be helping identify talent. Huh? He was led to believe the man pressing charges was told they were going to be scouting talent. But really that means scouting minors, scouting victims. That's really what it means. Why? Family, you got to go on dating apps. Bro, you got to go through a whole lot of shit to find a woman, a man, or whatever. You know, I'm talking to everybody. They had a plot. We don't got to do shit. We just make announcements. We having this show and everybody going to pull up. Party. The making of the band rehearsals, that's on Sunday. Y'all going to come into New York on Friday. And Friday, Saturday, we having fun. The one they pick, that's who's going to be on the show. The thing is, the rest of y'all don't know that. Because who's going to be on the show is really based on who's going to perform the best in that hotel. That's who's going to be on the show. And if you're not a willing participant, before Sunday rehearsal, they're going to say, goodbye, you're going to go home. Told you, around here, we know the full details. It was a procedure they were using for years. The only thing is, all y'all kept hearing about casting couches, but you did not pay attention. That's what Diddy was doing. He was the casting couch, dummy. You didn't get that part, y'all. When he was doing casting couch, Fonzworth Bentley, right-hand man. Are you getting it? Just put in your mind, at this time, Freddie P is a minor. Let's just look at it like that. And our mind, we're going to assume he's 16. Yep. Because when you're young and you their favorite, that shit means something totally different. When they like you, that means something totally different. Guess what Fonzworth Bentley telling me? Guess what, Freddie P? You was the sacrifice. That was you. He sacrificed your ass. That's right. Let's go. That's what I mean, Freddie P. Where your goal at, bro? You ain't got no goal. You ain't got shit, bro. And you was around Diddy. You ain't got nothing. No, I know what they did to you. A lot of fingering, bro. A lot of fingering. See that? Diddy telling me exactly what they did to you. Let's go. That's why his name, he turned into p.diddy. Y'all didn't know that. He was up. See that? They were being predators. What Diddy letting us know? Fonzworth Bentley is the devil, letting us know. What Fonzworth letting you know? He the devil. Put them sixes up, horns on head, right in your face. Huh? Working. Ben knew when Diddy was looking like they was a fucking weirdo. I knew he was a weirdo. We had a mohawk. He always proved to me who he was. What part y'all didn't understand about Diddy? No. The reason why y'all still love Diddy, because of the rappers. They kept saying, yo, puff, 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 yo, Puff. That's why you still love. You get it? Diddy been a weirdo, but the rappers that was around Diddy had to trick us to think he wasn't a weirdo and he wasn't gay. So we never would say, yo, why they always with Diddy like that? They didn't want us to know they were controlled by a gay man. And it's the truth. They were controlled by a bisexual gay man, period. They didn't want us to know that. Guess what else I learned through the Diddy trial? Even the fans got to stay in pocket. That's right. Even the fans got to stay in pocket. Because the fans that support them are the fans that are now embarrassed over them. Because a lot of fans know exactly what's going on. Because why? It is an exposure of the whole black community. That's why. And I was talking about the shit bigger than music. When they doing specials called Surviving Diddy, the Boule Bad Boy. See that? That's how it's being promoted. That nobody in that community is clean. This is how they all get down. This is a big shame event. But like I said, if you don't think it's racism in this, of course it is. It's a lot altogether. It's a lot of payback. It's a lot. But now, like I said, y'all, everything you love, everything you was told was sacred. Somehow you're going to see it get desecrated some kind of way. Because when you get this whole thing of, y'all had time 100 years plus, but nothing good came out of 100 years. No proof at all. Then you're going to see why it's a big dismantling of this house and all the tools getting thrown away. That's what you're watching. Because I see in my own eyes, they got new tools now. They got new things going on. Yep. And it ain't y'all. Y'all not favorite no more, bro. That's why you heard about them shutting down certain Black history things. They're shutting down a lot within this community because it's a closed situation. Meaning the story will not be told. If I asked you the Iroquois story, could you tell me? If I asked you to tell me the story of the Cherokee Nation, could you tell me? Everything you know is based off the internet. But if I asked you about these nations that used to be in this country, could you tell me about them? But then ask yourself, well, I do know they got wiped out and enslaved. Oh, so you heard about all those tribes here first that got slaved, but you didn't think a ghetto could be wiped out? You didn't think a little city could be wiped out, even though you know about nations been wiped out in this country? But you didn't think it happened to you, right? That's what you're watching. That shit you call a hood, we used to call a hood, that shit, it don't exist no more. It's finished. It's gone. No such thing as a hood when the rent $1,000 now. That shit gone, y'all. So this is the end of an era that he controlled from goddamn 93 to now, 30 years. It also represents the people of his era and the ones before him ain't do shit neither. Then what it proves, in the end, all we got is a goddamn Diddy trial. That's all we got left. Huh? And then in that, it's nothing but what? Embarrassment. So who's getting played? I know what's up. Huh? Who in the last day got to scrounge to survive for content? Who even got put in the world with this shit called content? Huh? Why they stop affirmative action? Now everybody's a content creator. You don't see what's going on? Oh, so bro, you gonna tell me when you was raised, you wasn't raised to get your own money? You wasn't raised to work McDonald's first, whatever you can get first, work your way up, and then try to get the best job you can get, and then keep trying to go and get more money, more money. So you mean to tell me we in a world where everybody just do content now? Oh, guess so, bro. Even though we had to sell drugs because some of us couldn't get a job, or people sold drugs because they couldn't get a job, whether education or whatever, they did shit because they couldn't get a job, but they wanted a job, right? So, bro, you come from an era where people wanted a job but couldn't get one, but now you're in an era where people don't even want a job, they want to be content creators. No, it's over for those people. That's what it's called. When society don't need your ass no more, goodbye, it's finished. When society don't need you, that means they don't have to spare you no more. You don't got one reason to be spared. You can't even make a chair. You're not a carpenter. You're not an electrician. What's your use of the house? You got a big ass toolbox, but you just sitting down. You got a big ass toolbox, but you just use your hammer to hit people in the head, dummy. That's what y'all do. You got a big ass toolbox. Fucking wood, steel, copper, everything right there. You want to pick up the copper and hit people with it. No, you want to take your trades and make guns and swords. That's y'all. Told you already. You being destroyed because you got turn the cane, bro. Y'all got turn the cane. So you got turn the cane, you bear the mark, and on top of that, you signed up, you got turn the goats. So now they're destroying y'all. They turned on you, they flipped on you. You forgot about the trickster. The trickster don't keep no goddamn promise. Now you give me one proof. Anybody, all these geniuses, they're smart in the world. You give me one proof of what the devil keeping a promise. Give me that, smart guys. Prove that to me. Give me proof the devil, not even the devil keep a promise when was it even told, written, or said the devil keep promises. I'll wait. When I told these fools, the real warriors know, the real people know, when you sign up for certain shit, death come with it. Ask a samurai. Ask a samurai. Because when I took an oath to be in the street a long time ago, I was living like a samurai. Kept a sword on me. And I know any day somebody will chop my head off. See, I ain't accept that part. Because a lot of y'all went the easy way out. So you know what happened? Now there's no way out. That's what you're watching. Ain't got nothing to do with me, y'all. I'm just going to decode it for you. All right? You give me proof of the devil ever saying he keep a promise. Just prove that to me and I'll shut the fuck up. So, guess what? You can't even get mad at the devil because he ain't promised you shit. Same way it was a campaign went by. 2 separate terms. You ain't getting no promises. No, they said ignore their ass. Why? They can't say shit anyway. Why? Muzzle on face. Pop. Cuffs on wrist. Toolbox, can't touch that. Matter of fact, put them in a little house. No, don't let them in the big house. Keep their ass in that shed. But it's really called what? Outhouse, slave house. No, it's a lie. Now, when you wake up, you'll be free. Until then, you'll be destroyed. Keep it going. See that? It's right here. Is it a coincidence? Look at that. Surviving Boule, bad boy. Look at this right here. See how it's all together? The colors? They letting you know. This what they're about. They all got touched. Fonzworth with the Boule. What I kept saying, family, when they put all that shit on the internet, it was to make a mockery. It's to make a mockery. We're going to take what you love and exploit it. But guess what? Something I didn't tell y'all. People that know American history know this. They did it to the Klan too. When the Klan was running shit, when it was time to shut their ass down, know they did? They started exposing their ass, putting them on blast, shaking their ass down, putting them on blast. Oh man, the Klan, they fucking police officers, they're mayors. I told you, I know how America works. I studied this shit. Mafia, same shit. They let the mafia run around for years. When it was all said and done, started exposing their ass. What they really do. What's the oath? Costa Nostra. What they really do. They stick their finger, take a fire, burn it. They will show. I know America, family. When they let you get away with it, it's going to go. But when they start exposing, releasing information, that means it's over, condemned. Y'all all getting exposed. Don't believe me? Just study the mafia history. They were the most secret of the secret. Y'all know this. But he got exposed, right? You know about y'all? All right. This is the same shit. Hip-hop was y'all mafia. It was the gay mafia. That was y'all shit. So now it's being exposed. Like they did the Klan, like they did the mafia. It's called American history, y'all. So when I keep throwing these shots at y'all, I said, when we gone, it's going to be a lot written off of this shit. When we knew that they let the drugs in, I always knew this shit. They can stop whenever they want. I always knew that. If it's coming in, they can stop whenever they want. They let you do something, stop whenever they want. So I always knew that. It's just that what? You believe them. You believe them. Y'all believe shit. Oh, if I do this, or they can't do that. You was raised, or they can't do that. You raised like that. They can't do that. So you believe everything you're told, meaning they tell you some shit sacred. They tell you this, that, and third. You believe that shit. Because the whole plan was, which I didn't get, they wanted to boost up their heads after slavery, the ones they control. See, after slavery, when they picked their favorite, who was their favorite? The ones master breeded. But y'all don't get, master breeded his own race. It wasn't about them just raping slaves. They were breeding. And they created their own blacks they will control. Because the whole science of African came on ships, but they came hand selected by certain Europeans because Africans used Europeans as everything you see now that what Mexicans do. We talk about Smokey Robinson, and I kept telling you that fool a modern day plantation owner because everything the celebrities used the maids for, the lawn care, all that shit, that's what the slaves did. So the Europeans always had a relationship with Africa, and when they made that deal with African kings, they had some shit going on where they're going to have their slaves, and meaning the ones they got from Africa was for them to breed as well as take care of everything else. Meanwhile, you still ask one question: who the fuck was already here? Who was already here? All right, then we're gonna leave that alone. But with this, what you're getting is the end of a history. It starts with jazz. Just leave it at that. Meaning, when I say jazz, after slavery, the first biggest thing them people accomplished when they started getting glory again was jazz. That's why. But you're not looking at how jazz music was really only actually about 50 years tops after slavery, 60 years tops. So after slavery, they didn't start prospering until 60 years after through jazz. So you didn't get that. Music always bring y'all freedom because we let y'all be free. It was music that we let y'all go to white clubs. We let you perform in front of white people. We let you get money and feel important. This is where Little Richard coming at. Now we in the 1950s, but you still keep forgetting. You guys were slaves. You had no power, no nothing. But we gave you shit that y'all keep running with it. We put you in the best of education because the boule was established by the favorite kids of the white people. All right, the Europeans had their kids, and their favorite kids that they created were going to be raised because they created a new black race, or I'll just say they created a new race. Period. All right. This is why we kept hearing about the first black doctor, the first black this. All of them were mixed. All of them had white blood, European blood. All of them. All right. Master planted seed. It was called breeding. NAACP, all these organizations, their job was to watch over the future of master seeds. Master seeds will be later on called upper echelon blacks, fair skin, whatever you want to call them. It was a system. After slavery, these particular ones that we brought here on this goddamn country, we put up the ones that worked on our plantation, the ones we favored, the ones we know for a fact we brought here. We will control those kids after slavery, and we're going to make sure they be prominent because the way America is going to be run, we're going to run it from behind the scenes. So the boule program was master always running shit behind the scenes. They've been understood this art. They created their own species of people, y'all. That's really what the boule is. All right? Because the real founders, the real beginnings of boule was blacks that had certain blood that were certified, trusted, and approved to represent a people, but really be the spokesman of master. And it's like that to this day. Now you're going to see why LeBron James got that big ass Sphinx on his shit. Because their job is to lead the blacks, but speak for the European. Be the gatekeeper. So you will not get higher than nobody. You're going to stay where you're at. Then if I prove you a question, why nobody got bigger than LeBron James since he got in? But you won't comprehend LeBron was the gatekeeper of the NBA. Now I get to prove to y'all real quick today. An American has not won an MVP. You look at the screen, figure it out. When I've been told you it was a takeover, when I've been told you BET fell from grace, when I've been told you they've been playing social media tricks, here's the proof. Can somebody tell me when the last time an American black man that played basketball his whole life won an MVP in his own country? Can you tell me that? Are you telling me that those people are so sorry they cannot even dominate their own sport no more, even though they played that shit from 6 years old? Are you telling me the student is outshining the master now? What else are you looking at? NBA MVP. The last time an American won an MVP was 2018. You figure that one out, even though I've been telling y'all already. Now let's see, when is the last time LeBron James won an MVP? Cocksuckers. I'm talking about the ones still talk about him. When the last time LeBron James won an MVP? Let me prove to you how you've been in a fake world when I kept telling you that. And I kept telling you these fools run the internet. They control your reality. You've been entertaining a GOAT conversation. When is the last time LeBron James won an MVP? 2013. 12 years ago. But he's the GOAT. 12 years ago. 12 years a slave. Last time he won. The last black person to win in this country was 2018, James Harden. Steph Curry. Steph Curry, last time he won 9 years ago. All right? Then I already proved to you. Only reason why LeBron won, only reason why he got a championship is because they were the favorite. And then you'll clearly see who was winning the championship, and then you'll see who was in the office. It's very simple. Then you're going to see, after that man left the office, somehow LeBron couldn't win no more. But you didn't get it yet. All that shit was fake. He ain't win an MVP in 12 years, but he's the GOAT. Now this nigga who been winning them shits. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander just won. He's from Canada. Nikola Jokic, he won. He's from not Slovenia. I don't want to be wrong. Anyway, he won one. He won 3. Joel Embiid, Africa, he won 1. Giannis, African from Greece, won twice. LeBron has not been dominating. What has LeBron been dominating? The internet. The internet. They didn't understand they had paid bots, paid pages, but I proved everything on this channel. I proved Jay-Z used bots, Beyonce used bots, Kendrick used bots, LeBron used bots. They all do the same shit because they were all sanctioned to manipulate Facebook, Instagram. They were allowed to lie about views, clicks, likes. They were able to lie, boost numbers, and finesse. But now since it's shut down, and on top of that, X been bought, and they finished. That's why you're going to see the truth. He don't run shit no more. He never did. He just ran the internet. They ran the internet so good, yo dumbass didn't even know American ain't win that shit and got them 7 years. You ain't know. Huh? Huh? No, that shit mean black man down. That's right. Black man down. Black man down. Black man falling. Oh shit. Black man falling. I fallen and I can't get up, get up, get up. It's over, bro. Y'all had your time already, man. LeBron, you ruined Delonte West, bro. You thought that was going to slide? No. Now you're getting smoked. That's why you in a lawsuit. What happened? He sold black people out. That's why. Now, remember what I said right now, and all y'all get this right. You will never see a black American dominate the NBA ever again in your life. You ain't never going to see it. For one, it ain't going to happen. So when I said LeBron James' job was to make sure nobody be big, when I said the NBA said, won't no black man ever brand himself on this fucking league to be a billionaire like Jordan. Ain't no black man gonna ever dominate this league to be like Kobe. I told you that was LeBron's job. That's why you're gonna see now his number one job, like I said, was to erase Kobe legacy. Erase Kobe legacy. That's all he's been focusing on. Erase Kobe legacy. Fake GOAT conversation. Fake GOAT conversation. Meanwhile, winning no MVPs. Then I prove to y'all, everybody in LeBron, everybody in on it. That's why they got to go, y'all. They got to go for a lot of reasons because they've been lying, manipulating. If you said something about LeBron, your ass out of here. When I said them dummies don't know in black entertainment, LeBron lost his power already. They still been tap dancing about LeBron. He's finished, bro. He just controlled y'all. So what am I proving to y'all? How everybody was in on a lie in your fucking face. Telling you about all this fake conversations. Really was distraction. He ain't win an MVP since 2013, y'all. Last ring he won was in a fucking bubble with no games. Meanwhile, those international players, they've been killing the NBA, y'all. But they didn't want you to know that, bro. No, it's over for black people. Finish. Told you, man. All the abusive ones. So are you telling me they are still watching Shannonsharpe after he still proved to be a white woman? After he's still accused. This is why I don't respect none of them. Since Shannonsharpe, I don't listen to that man. He's a cornball. He's a clown. Anybody listen to Shannon, you a fucking clown. You know, I look at you. I don't care who you are. Your life sucks so bad. You a thirst bucket for content. You watch anybody. Watch these nuts. Can I put my nuts on the screen? You want to watch them too? You watch anybody. That's y'all. Huh? Even though I know Shannon used fake ass views. Huh? Even though we were just talking about Titty Boy. What Melanie said? Diddy made him change his name. Cause Titty Boy kept getting his titties touched on. All right, Titty Boy. You know what he did? Def Jam. You know what happened to him? Def Jam. All right? Now, Shannonsharpe don't want to accept the fact his fucking career is finished. I'm the one that said Shannon gonna be off their TV. I said it already before it happened. Shannon gonna be off their TV. Did I lie? Nope. What I say? Only thing Shannon gonna do is keep trying to grind this YouTube shit. A lot of y'all don't get how I get it. I look at all of them as my competition. I look at all of them as the ones that don't want me to go nowhere anyway. I look at them as the same bastards that made millions of dollars, 20 years plus, millions, but they still won't stop. They still won't leave. They won't let me eat. They won't let nobody eat. They want to keep a thumb on the black community and everybody in it. Even though I ain't black, I'm just letting you know that. They know a lot of black people trying to get some money. So what they doing? Block that shit. Block that shit. You mean to tell me all these washed up motherfuckers, the same ones that were sucking cock of industry people, now they in our face because they ain't got no more industry people and the game shut down. So now they all on this shit. Of course they are. But they're not telling the last day every single black nigga gonna be a content creator. I'm talking about them black celebrities because this they last days to eat. And if he didn't talk to Titty Boy, you wouldn't have seen him neither. Before that, he was going to fucking wrestling games. I saw him, Quavo, and them. They looking bad at wrestling games. They're finished. Why? Def Jam, Rock Nation, affiliations. Shannon is charged right now. ESPN say, get the fuck out of here. What they say? Black support abusers. Why? Because they get abused. They still watch that shit. Told you, it's a lot of shit going down when nobody respect y'all. No more. No more. Because a joke, y'all. They'll let you know you are this much thirsty for entertainment. You are this much fucking thirsty to watch washed up fucking has-beens, career been over, been had their butt played with. This man Shannon went on mandates, put on tight-ass fucking outfits. People still listen to this idiot. Even though Fox said, Shannon, get your ass out of here. Bop. What Skip Better said, Shannon, you're canceled. Go back to them niggas. Told you, they know y'all accept any fucking trash. They know motherfuckers and drag y'all, don't give you shit, don't give you nothing. You like a dog. You just happy they come back and be with you. See that? They know that. No, they playing in your face. After I showed you Shannonsharpe, what'd he do? This black woman. What'd he say? Y'all bald-headed. After that, what I say? Shannon's career gonna be over with. Trust me on that, y'all. Chrisbrown Rock when it gets black woman, what I say? Her career gonna be over with. What she say? Black woman ugly, right? I said, don't worry, her shit gonna be over with. It's right. It's right. It's certain shit you don't understand. It's certain shit they ain't never gonna say out their mouth. It's certain things them people ain't never gonna do. They was gonna get you to do it. That's another thing y'all don't get. Y'all always talk about this blasphemous and all these acts. Guess who they get to do all the fucking acts? Guess who the face of it is? You give me one white man in entertainment right now, accused of what Shannon is. Now wait. I'm talking about right now we speak. I'm talking about you give me a white celebrity entertainer. Right now we speak with the charge he got on him that is still running their fucking mouth. You give me one. Even though I told you he's a fake-ass Pat McAfee and a fake-ass Joe Rogan. His ass got kicked off the TV. He's a fucking loser. That's right, Shannon. You're a loser, bro. Ruining your legacy. Trying to be a nigga 57, trying to be a young boy. Clown. All them clowns, y'all. Because they all got their butt played with. And they want to distract from this Diddy trial. We don't care about that shit because they ain't going to tell us nothing anyway. So, let me find out. You want to know who support goats and nasty niggas? Go check out Shannon Views. Very simple. All right? You want to see who ain't got no fucking dignity, no pride? Go check out who watch Shannon video. Go see the numbers, and you'll see. But guess what? Everybody's seeing them. You mean to tell me those guys are still watching Shannon? Yep. Oh, well. Let's put some more power on their ass. Put some more force on them. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. No, y'all. No. Let's go. Now let me show you the real world. I tell you a lot to show y'all today. Guess what? You know I joke on vegans, right? What I say about vegans on this channel? Holla at me. Did I not tell you vegans are weirdos? Huh? Did I not tell you that? Did I tell you they got caught up in every cult fashion that you could think about? They didn't know vegan was a cult. I'm a vegan. I tell you, I know Americans are so stupid. They want to be everything but Americans. They want to be everything but Americans. Motherfucker, you wasn't taught vegan in school. You wasn't taught that in your house. I've seen them become everything they fucking seen. I'm a vegan. I'm on a keto diet. I said, man, your whole life is fucking TikTok. Huh? All of them. That's how I knew they all got flipped, whatever. Whatever the internet told them to do, they did it. If that internet say go jerk over a horse right now, jack over a horse challenge, they did that. Jumping over farm fences, jacking over horse. That's them, y'all. Go have sex in an ice cream parlor. They did it. No, it's proof. All you're going to see is a lot of Americans are just dying, disappearing, and being just erased. We're going to talk about that. How they can't even sell out no festivals no more. I tell you, people going missing. Out of here. I'm going to say it again. How we go from all them numbers to that shit just disappeared. No, it's in your face. Now, member of Zizian cult-like group of AI-obsessed vegans. This also applies when I told you weirdos. Don't bring that shit in my chat. When I kept telling you weirdos, they watching all y'all ass. Keep telling you that. See? Keep telling y'all that. So, little do you know, they've been watching all you weirdos talking all that talk on the internet. That's what they was doing on the internet all day, gaslighting shit. Meanwhile, they're a fucking cult. Why? You didn't comprehend that vegan, guys, it made you somebody else. That might be the food to make you a fucking robot. Why? It's not real food. That's your problem. That's why y'all stupid. Because they try to go so much against the grain. Food ain't no, you know what a real vegetarian is? I go to the supermarket right now, buy a bag of spinach, start eating that shit. You can't do that, dummy, because you ain't built like that. You ain't no real nothing. No, they made y'all program yourself to be dummies. That food ain't got no nutrition, so now you're an animal. They give you dog food. Huh? That ain't no vegan food. They just put a name on it. Man, that shit dog food. That's just some other shit. That's just some shit to scramble your fucking brain. Why? It's fake food. So I know what happened. Humans were eating fake food, then they became fake people. All right? They were eating farm-raised shit, fake-ass shit put together in laboratories. Vegan food is made in laboratories, y'all. What is wrong with y'all? Did you know the science of any food that's made has to be taste tested in a laboratory? But you didn't get that vegan and no fucking food, some shit put together, and it has to be mastered so it tastes good. Meanwhile, the shit could be straight plastic. Huh? Make you a fucking loom ball because you still didn't get that all that soy turned into plastic, and plastic, it start messing with your estrogen. That's why a lot of y'all got hard too. That's right. But you also get brainwashed because they say that soy locks up your pineal gland. So I know what I'm talking about for you vegans. And I say you're the most dumbest. Who got the most gaslit? California. Where the most vegans at? Who the man was on the internet all day talking a lot of black shit, a lot of everything. Protest. Huh? Who the one talk all that political shit? Where the home of the vegans at? Then I tell you, I said, those motherfuckers lost their mind, bro. Why? Your brain needs certain shit. Your brain needs protein, family. You know that. Your brain needs magnesium, iron, copper. Huh? If I ask one of you whack-ass vegans where you get copper from, can you tell me that? Why I say that? The vegans claim they were so smart, I'm going to prove how dumb they are. Huh? That's right. Where you get copper from, vegan? If your body needs copper, go Google that, dummy. That's all you ever going to do. The reason why I say that, it turned everything into a movement. They their own people. This is what I was telling y'all. I said they their own nation of people when I kept telling you. Vegans, they own fucking people. The more everybody going to the gym, they their own fucking nation. That's them. All right, everybody went into splinter groups and fucking cults. There you go. Only thing with these vegans, right? They were killing people. Who are the Zizians? What we know about cult linked to 6 killings? Cults. Vegans. Because you didn't know, key word, which I always knew, vegan mean weirdo. You just didn't know that. Told you a lot of key words. Told you a shit they made you proud of, but it ain't they all a trick. Vegan mean you a weirdo, y'all. That's what it mean. Now, if you say you a vegetarian, that's different. Vegan mean weirdo. You just didn't know that. And the joke on you is they eat fake food. That's right. And you get charged more for fake food. That's why you're the biggest idiot. And once again, everybody was in on it. Because you're the one that came on the planet Earth. God said, eat from the earth. God said all this shit here for you. You the smart ass say, I don't want that. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat this. I'm a vegan. Told you, man. I sit back and watch God prank everybody. I watch God and the devil prank the fuck out of humans because I don't respect humans neither. For real. I don't. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I be laughing at all the shit, y'all. But do I laugh at humans? Because they swear they're going to outsmart God and they're going to outsmart the devil. They swear they're going to outsmart somebody. Meanwhile, they stupid ass can't do shit right on earth. That's why. Laugh at they stupid ass. You play the NBA the whole year to convince me you the GOAT. When it's all said and done, you standing with a toy with a pocketbook and lipstick. All right? All right. My point is, it's a reason for this shit, y'all. J-Lo is 55 years old, kissing woman in the mouth. Why? It's called in trouble. It's called a lot of dirt on her. It's called people want to know, J-Lo, were you doing what Cassie was doing? Did he do that to you? Did he pee in your mouth? Did he have you doing dirty stuff? They want to know, J-Lo. Tell you, they ain't going nowhere. They say, J-Lo, if you don't kiss that girl in the mouth, your career over with. All right? They say 47 put that carding on your ass. You want to see some action. Make him feel good. It's every time he get bored, he tell you and Beyonce, do something make him feel good, or he going to fucking end your career. Yeah, J-Lo. See that? 55 years old. Now, around here, people get it clear. Did I tell you they're going to be working their ass off? Have you not seen J-Lo working more than you ever seen her work in her life? So J-Lo waited to be 55 years old to do this stuff? Is she desperate? Is she trying to take away from Diddy news? Or is her ass being humiliated? I think she being hazed. You got to be a dumbass, whoever, to do this freaky stuff on stage during Diddy trial. Uh-oh. Like I said, man, she being disgraced. But this sentence I told y'all before, I got to confirm this one, y'all. Real talk. This real talk right here. Remember I told you in the last day, everybody going to be getting their ass kidnapped? Let's go. Told y'all what's going to happen. 2 years ago, told you it's going down, y'all. Number updates. Video shows kidnapping and tortured victim escape from New York City home. Video shows the moment after an Italian tourist escaped from Manhattan home. Told y'all what they were going to be doing. When I said this is why the Diddy trial relates to everything, because the number one topic is sex trafficking, human trafficking, aka kidnapping. Here's the proof. They know it's going to be a one world currency, digital. They know this. So the new crime will be getting you for your bank card. You're going to be getting guns to your head. They're going to tell you, put in my account, send it to my cash app. I already told you already. That's how it's going to be, because it's going to be desperation. It's going to be people turning on your ass. I'm talking about you might have your own family turning your stupid. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about it's going to be that desperation. Desperation, y'all. That's what it's going to be, because that's how it's going down. That's why they got all the laws in place right now. See, you thinking it's about rappers. No, they letting anybody know. If you put somebody if you do anybody against their will, because they know America going to be so desperate soon, maybe they're starting this summer. It's going to be a lot of this tying up people stuff. On some shit where, oh, you one of them people, got a lot of people around your house and all that. You one of them people, everybody know you get paid and they always in your crib, all this bullshit. You fuck around your own people, wait for you to get paid and tie your ass up in your own house. That's how desperate that shit going to be. Yeah, your own people want to tie you up and get the money and they stupid ass, then they going to move out of state somewhere. Yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. That's why all these laws in play. Here it go right here. Videos, there's one kidnapping, and guess what else they said? They had him in a luxury home, y'all. Remember when I said they kidnapped your ass some nice shit? He was in a luxury home. That's how this shit go. You're going to be somewhere nice. Nobody going to find you at. New details in crypto kidnapping case. All right, just letting you see that. Like I said, it's all part of it. So it was over crypto. Remember I told you? Digital currency. But that man might have had thousands. You know what I'm saying? I told you this is how it's going to be now. So these are the clues they're giving us. When shit go digital, it's going to be desperation. So when I told y'all these trafficking, kidnapping laws in the play, y'all, I'm not playing with you, because they know somebody will kidnap one of your family members, one of your little ones for a ransom, y'all. That's what this shit really about. Somebody will kidnap one of your loved ones for a fucking ransom. That's what it's about, y'all. So you really have to be hit with everything now. However you're moving in your neighborhood, however if it's two of y'all, you got to watch everything. I'm going to tell you, I watch everything now. Now you might sleep on it now, but I'm letting you know it's going to be. All right. My point is, somebody could be studying your ass right now. You just don't know that. Somebody studying your ass right now, study your whole household, how your shit move, all that, and they just trying to figure out they can snatch up one of yours at that bus stop and get a ransom off your ass. That's the shit gonna be going down, y'all. They letting you know now. So this is why these laws are in play with the trafficking shit. And I told you how they got that shit that can scan through car. So they know when that shit be standard, when it's announced. This also why it's that gold dome. And I told you that gold dome, ain't nobody getting away. That's all part of it. Because they know people are going to be so desperate. Just look at it like this. If you a thief, you can't even go in the store and steal no more. If you a criminal that used to rob with your gun and rob people, say, give me your money. You can't do that no more. Can't rob no gas station no more. They shutting down borders. Can't. So they know people are going to be so desperate. Only way for them to get money is off you and your card or you and your phone, some kind of way. They already know this, y'all. Family is simple. Use your brain. Remember when the criminals had to do a whole lot to rob a bank? Now they're just going to be looking at you like you the bank. It's going to be like that. Now people putting homework on the bank, all this shit. You the bank now. That's how it's going to be. You feel what I'm saying? I'm telling you how it's going to be. So you might have 5 people kicking your house with guns and all they want. They just happy they got $500 off your card. That's it. That's how it's going to be, y'all. They already know this. So that's why I told you this whole summer going to be a crackdown on crime this whole summer. And because they know soon as that summer hit officially, which is really now, the desperation going to kick in. And they know a lot of these young people going to be stupid and a lot of people going to be stupid, period. Drug heads going to be all that. So this is why they letting us all know, watch out for that kidnapping. All right? So that's why I say, whenever you see a celebrity, bad news. Did J-Lo mistake the AMAs for a Diddy party? They saying she doing Diddy party behavior live on stage. Some people know exactly what's going on. All right? She's in trouble. What else I'm showing you? Now we're going to look at the proof how the industry is shut down and they're not making no money at all. So many music festivals have been canceled this year. What's going on? But then let me update it for you. This came out September. So ever since September, music has not been selling. Music festivals have not been selling, y'all. Canceled. But I'm looking at it like this. I also think a lot of people are missing. I think a lot of people just poor. I think there's a lot of reasons why. But one thing we can look at, one particular department is shut down. We knew that when Sexy Red couldn't sell no tickets, right? When she was hot. Here's the proof. It never stopped. March. Time to say goodbye to Regina Folk Festival. Permanently shuts down due to financial. Let's go down. Okay, they was telling us last year, July, we've got to rethink music festivals. Go back to February. Sold Out Music Festival canceled amid financial struggles. So as you see, it's a ban on music either way, whether it's crashing or not. So I'm just updating this. When I told people ain't going to be none of that this year, you seeing the proof. I told you they finished, y'all. Where is Fonzworth Bentley, Diddy's former manservant? Guess what he was serving up? Man buns. Financial struggles, rising costs, and declining attendance contributed to the festival's difficulty. What's the first thing they said? Financial struggles. But what else they said? Rising costs, because y'all didn't get neither. Y'all ran around the whole pandemic going to shows, but they had the right to boost up all the prices. All prices were overcharged on purpose. That's why the law had to just be passed for them to make them lower the ticket sales. But I told you, they knew that people stole money and it boosted the economy up. So they knew everybody that stole PPP money was going to go to shows, do a whole lot of shit. So they jacked everything up on purpose, y'all. That's what they did. Everything got jacked up. Y'all were paying $500 for tickets and shit. $300. If I on some real shit, if I pay $500 for a ticket, it got to be like 5 top people there. I ain't paying that for no one. I need at least 5 A-listers with hit albums. Get it? That's what I'm paying $500, y'all. Meaning I got to hear at least 50 hit songs. I got to see 50 hit songs perform. I'm not paying no $500 for no one person. Y'all, matter of fact, y'all, they were paying $500 for knockoff celebrities. They were paying $50 to go see Chrisbrown rock at a walkthrough. They were doing all that dumbass shit. That's why they kept taking their money, y'all. That's what happened. They knew they started a gimmick where they knew people wanted to go out and film shit with their phone, so they taxed their ass more. We know y'all just want to come to the show to film shit, tax their ass $500. You want to see Beyonce? 500. That's what they did to their ass. That's it. A lot of legal robbery. Let me give y'all another clue. How many of y'all noticed in the pandemic, somehow your Cash App might have got hit? Somehow something just weird was happening to your accounts. Some kind of way, so you was just getting hit. Tell you, man, it was a plan. They were doing it. I'm gonna just leave it alone, man. I'm just gonna tell you the last era, they were doing people dirty, just like Diddy. But now we're gonna get out of here because the proof is AALIYAH. In this picture, how old does AALIYAH look? Right here, AALIYAH was like 14. She was like 14 right here, y'all. Matter of fact, these motherfuckers ain't shit. I'm just thinking about when that album came out. God damn it, I was a minor. When Age Ain't Nothing But a Number came out, I was a minor. And she younger than me. So I know she was young. Family, I'm keeping it. I think when it's hit. She 13 or 14 with R. Kelly, period. She about 13, 14, y'all. She about 13, 14. She fucking 13, 14 right here in this fucking picture. She ain't no damn 15. Not in this picture. No, y'all. Because this picture where Craig Mack was winning, 94. 94. Get it clear, right? Diddy was orchestrating the pedophilia. Diddy could have had dirt on Craig Mack from this alone, y'all. From this alone. This alone. So you got to get it. It's that simple. This alone, Craig Mack incriminated. But the whole time, Diddy put him with Craig Mack. See what I'm saying? This right here would have put Craig Mack in jail alone, y'all. She's a straight minor right there. But then think how many other people hit that. No. AALIYAH was used for blackmail. Brandy was used for blackmail too. And them parties with Diddy, child stars. Some celebrities are incriminated with Justin Bieber. Odell got caught with Justin Bieber, but he lucky Justin wasn't a minor. But Diddy orchestrates the shit, y'all. So you still didn't get, look, when AALIYAH is with Craig Mack, because I didn't see that picture before, that's fucking 94, 95, y'all. Now, fast forward, because I know my history. That's the only thing I got going good. This picture at the freak off, y'all, AALIYAH was over 20 already. All right? This was after 2000. She was grown. Can you see how long she was under control? Can you now see how Diddy controlled AALIYAH? Can you imagine what they all did to AALIYAH? Another thing you're not asking. That's not Diddy's arm around AALIYAH right there. You see that hand touching AALIYAH? That's not Diddy's hand. That's somebody sitting on the other side of her. But you get it clear, right? They were really letting us know they did AALIYAH that night. Like I told y'all, when I went back in all of this, and I said, yo, the truth is AALIYAH was bigger than all of them. AALIYAH was bigger than Jay-Z and all of them. But guess what? Looking at this shit now, AALIYAH was the one they was all having fun with, y'all. AALIYAH was also a sex slave. AALIYAH was Cassie before Cassie. She was a sex slave. That's why I say the importance of R. Kelly is all together. He showed them how to control. You see what I'm saying? R. Kelly was the one that proved to them the science of controlling a woman, getting them young, making them stars. That's the whole formula. The Pied Piper job was to turn them into stars. So that was R. Kelly's job, to breed the young stars and turn them into stars. Diddy too. That's their job. That's why I say that Geppetto's story is them getting them when they're young, turn them into stars. Get it? A star. Turn them into a star. That's right. A goat. Starts young. So when AALIYAH came in, she was already groomed in to be freaky, and that was her job, to be the sex slave. I learned this through the freak offs. Certain ones, when they go there, their job is to freak off. That's her. That's why I've been put together 2 years ago. She was a pass around. That might have been 3 years ago. They passed her around. Then you're gonna see after she would AALIYAH them. Then you're gonna see AALIYAH Timberland, nobody never took up for her. Timberland Missy, nobody never took, you know what I'm saying? You never heard them. All right, but guess what else? Jodeci got charges. Devontae Swing. So that's why I say this whole shit is scattered around. Aaron Hall running, but Devontae Swing charged too. So that's why I say we don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to play out. But one thing I know is they did a lot of dirt back then. And it's no coincidence. Everybody from back then is in this shit. L.A. Reid. See what I'm saying? So, AALIYAH is the clue to a lot of this. Because it was said that if AALIYAH didn't go, Beyonce would have never been a superstar. Because everybody favored AALIYAH. That's what was said. I don't know. But it's still hot on the stove, y'all. And this why J-Lo is still hot. So they saying, J-Lo, why are you acting like you had a freak off with Diddy? I think J-Lo is being hazed. They say, if you want to get out this trouble, let us see something. On that note, we out of here, y'all. For sure. All right, nothing but corny shit left. Updates today. All right, that's it. You need something to watch? Go watch ShannonSharpe, Fruity Ass, and 2 Chainz, all right? Truth is, Atlanta, Georgia had y'all run. Time to pack it up. Pack it up, 2 Chainz. You've been out since goddamn Ludacris, Titty Boy. You an industry guy, and we know for a fact what happened to you when you went to Def Jam. Also nothing about, guess what, 2 Chainz? I also know when you was on Def Jam, end of your career too. So you're going to see. Once you get with Jay-Z and you get that fucking whack juice on you, you're never the same after that. What's up, Quinn in Detroit? Oh, yeah, Tubi. Hey, yo, it's this movie I was watching on there yesterday, y'all, called Somebody Missing. What's the name of that shit? It's about a teen missing, right? I had to shut that shit off. That shit was trifling, y'all. It was trifling, and it's on Tubi, right? I ain't going to talk about it. I'm going to leave it at that. If you see this, if you see Tubi, it say something about teen missing, watch it. I'll give you a clue. I said, yo, Tubi always edited and filtered. Why am I watching this shit? It's not filtered, and why no commercials coming on? I watched any other movie, commercial. I'm watching this shit. Yo, y'all, the movie was so trifling, it started feeling like you know what? It started feeling like a pep. I had to turn that shit off. I'm like, yo, what they showing on Tubi? They showed a part where the young girl's breaking down on how she went down on somebody. But the thing is, they playing a role of minors. So I said, what? But the movie from 2011, and they were showing us how the young girls been falling the victim to social media. It's all on there. So I had to turn that shit off. It was too low. And it's on Tubi. So anyway, yeah. It's called I forgot her name. I think it's called Megan is Missing. Something like that. Megan is Missing. Something like that. I think that's what it's called. Megan is Missing. Yeah. So on that note, Jermaine Dupri, you're going to be missing. Because now, Fonzworth Bentley name is in Atlanta, Georgia. It's in your backyard, Jermaine. You next. You next, Jermaine. You next. We know Bow ain't going to step up. But you next, bro. Plus, the men don't want no damn fruity stories on them, man. When you're a man, you can't look your mother in the face, your wife, your girl, your daughter, your kids. You can't look them in the face after they know this happened to you, man. But see, only a real man can stand up for themselves. And that's how it go. All right? So Freddie P want to talk on platforms, but Freddie P don't want to talk on that stand, y'all, because he know what's up. He know what they did to him. I'm going to say it before we go. Fonzworth Bentley was a booty goon. Yes, he was. The only thing is, I think he used them for the minors, y'all. I think he used Fonzworth on those minors. That's what I think. Personal assistant, man, Fonzworth. Get him. All right? That's right. They got Nick Cannon, too. On that note, we out. Holler at y'all later. Oh, yeah, holler at y'all real soon. We about to be doing this afternoon. Because you the predator and the prey. Who that? Anybody with that criminal mind or the mind of failure. You got one of the mind state, everything just dark, gloomy. You don't want to be here no more. You hate life. You hate this country. This shit about you. This movie straight about you. That's why you're going to see him being hunted down. He's ready to take his ass out. He's ready to get his ass out of here quick. That means he's obsolete. That means he obsolete to society. Guess what this is also about? Anybody who's into that living off the grid, you're the predator and the prey. Yep. You consider to be the predator because you're always up to no good. But you're the prey because you're the ones they want out of here. That's why you're the predator and the prey. Not predator versus prey. No, you're the predator and the prey. That's right. See that? It's all y'all. Anybody that's against the grain, this you right here. This also was my proof when I learned that dreads meant criminal. The dreads meant predator. Dreads meant bumming society. It's in the movie. I learned that shit as a teenager, y'all. So I just wanted y'all to know I never came in to diss nobody, judge nobody. I was just trying to tell y'all what they think about you. Some things you did not know, but it was always cold. Look at it like this. We walked around society, but they were dissing us in movies. We walked around. That's how it always went down. The movies is how you get dissed, dragged, exploited. This is what they really are. So I'm saying, this is what we're going to do. That's why I told y'all the best powerful movies, all them shits came out in the 90s, y'all. All of them shits. So when you watch them shits on HD now and on big screen, masterpieces. But every single, guess, I'm going to connect the dots for you. Demolition Man did same thing. They all connected. Minority Report, same thing. Enemy of the State, same thing. You're going to keep seeing this repetitive shit. Or you being chased, you targeted. They out to get you. Yeah. All in this movie, y'all. But this is what I meant. Now, 2025, they got us in the time where everybody looked like this. But you didn't know it was meant to be you labeled as an outcast. This was the look of the outcast of society. So you can walk anywhere in this country, world, and they're going to say, that's one of them. That's why you look like that. Come here. What you got on? What you got on? That's why, but they never told you that. They didn't tell you that. As long as you look like that, you always going to get pulled over by the police. You always going to get a shakedown. You always going to get accused of shit you didn't do. Because it's all in the code. You look y'all chose, y'all picked through rap and all the music y'all love, right? Rasta man, whatever the fuck y'all look, right? Everything y'all love was outcast, criminal look, outcast society behavior look, accepted it. So this is how we always judge you as outcast of society. You part of society, but we judge you as you're not because we didn't know that. You look like one of them. You like a motherfucker that's a criminal. We didn't know you was in college, but you like a damn criminal. Why? We said that's the criminal look. Because we know a job means your hair got to be cut a certain way. You have to be shaded a certain way. So in the 90s, that's why I told you in the 90s when we started growing, that was rebellion back then. It was rebellion because we put in our head back then, we ain't working no job. I don't want to work. I ain't working for that shit, growing my hair out. That was on purpose. So they would tell us back then, see, all y'all think like that? Y'all gonna get dealt with. We're gonna get y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got y'all guns, y'all on y'all street shit, right? We coming for y'all. They were letting us know back then in the movie, y'all. Then Demolition Man was letting us know soon one day ain't none of y'all gonna be left anyway. So the reason why I'm decoding all this shit when I say black entertainment over with, because it was in the movie, Demolition Man. It's gonna be a day when y'all ain't gonna be around no more. How I know that? When they started building museums. Because museums mean the people ain't around no more. The museum tells the story of the people that's not here no more. So when I saw all these damn hip-hop, I know what it means. Hip-hop museums and all these statues, it means somebody ain't going to be around no more. And it ain't going to be nobody to tell your story. That's what that shit means. We out. Later. One, y'all. Salute to the family. Love y'all. We out.